How do you do whisper / whisper?
/W and then start typing in a name.
All right, we're recording.
All right. You have left the town, heading for the Magic Temple. You have headed into Neverwinter Woods. Just as a little bit of orientation, just because of the way everything is set up. North is now to your left, so east is up, west is down. It'll make sense once we actually get into the dungeon because of how the way the map is oriented. But basically, you're wandering your way towards the temple. So, is Armin leading the way with the map?
Absolutely. Does Armin have the map? He's walking out in front. I'll do that.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do?
Find the temple.
Yeah.
Yep,
Well,
sounds good to me.
On the map, the temple, it says that it is in the northern part
So we
of
need
the
to
Neverwinter Woods.
go to the right.
Yeah, the right is your north.
Okay. Well,
I'm 1 square from the right edge.
What's that?
I'm 1 square from the right edge of the
Right.
screen.
we're going to the left.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did I say right?
north is... Doesn't matter. North is to your left.
Here, draw a little compass on there.
Yeah, sure.
No, I just thought I heard someone say that we were going right.
We made it. We're here.
Okay.
Actually,
Can you just not hear? Do you need me to raise it up?
No, it's fine. I like to be able to control people's volumes because when I ask you to turn someone up or someone down, you do that on the phone. I just want to
so Armin would not rush ahead. He would like to lead the party, but he understands that there is a time and place for him to charge into battle. Would anyone else like to lead the party?
Since we're in the woods, it's a good place for me to kind of scout ahead.
Excellent.
Since I cannot be surprised.
I cannot be stealthy.
Sure. So you're going to scout ahead?
Lead the way, Ranger.
I will. So, I can move as fast as, my normal speed, but
Yeah.
still be stealthy. And then also, I can't be, surprised by danger in the woods.
Okay.
So you're the only one that can't be surprised. So everyone else could be surprised.
Here. I'm Buddha.
I'll just kind of keep clicking until you tell me not to click.
Armin's following
Alright.
behind at a distance. Like 10 yards.
10 yards back.
No, not 10 yards. How far is this?
Hmm.
5 feet?
That's
I'm 6 spots away. 6 blocks away.
That's like 40 feet.
You're
Yeah,
like-
30 feet.
yeah.
I want to keep.
Yeah,
I want to
so-
keep smoking in
so-
my sight.
So go ahead and stop smoking. Off
What?
in the distance. So go ahead and stop where you're at. Like
Okay.
everybody can kind of stop where they're at.
Okay.
And off in the distance, you see kind of a hill that the tree line clears out from. It's kind of kind of a foothill kind of thing, and you see kind of a dilapidated ruinous building on the top of it.
Off in the distance.
Off in the distance to the north.
On the top of the hill?
Yeah,
Or on the low
In the
ground?
direction we're going to.
in the direction that you're going.
Well, then I'll start heading that way.
Question. Halt, fellow person. They have the high ground if there's anyone in there.
So you use trees for cover and you move stealthily up.
Is
If you
is,
see,
is Pikey all the way in the back there?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Didn't one of us find some magical glasses or goggles of some sort?
I believe.
Like Farseeing?
Yeah, I've got shit. What do they do again? The eye of
I know it
Eagle
gives
eyes or
you
something?
Supernatural sight.
So, we were just told to stop, so I just
I
stayed.
think, I think they give you advantage on perception rolls or something.
Hmm.
also another quick question. How do I get rid of this white around my icon?
You have to make it a
You'll have to-
token.
Yeah, it's like you left. It got exported funny. So
Oh, okay. I'll worry
we can
about
worry
that.
about that for another game.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay, so you
Okay.
see
That's a
you
good
see
idea.
a ruined building off in the distance. What do you want to do?
I actually will use my Eyes of the Eagle because
Okay.
they are the conditions pretty clear.
Yeah, it's a clear sunny day.
Okay. It gives me advantage on perception checks, and I can see creatures and objects as small as 2 feet across. So I'm gonna have a look and see if I can make out if anything's moving in there, or if I notice anything unusual about the building.
Right on.
Is anybody too loud?
Is anybody doing what?
Too loud right now.
So, you want me to roll perception, or
Yeah, go. You can roll perception.
I don't.
Pull again.
I forgot to give.
Wait, what?
Well, that didn't really help. Well, I have advantage on it, but 14.
Okay, well, all is quiet around where you're at. You don't sense anything. You don't see anything. You just still see the empty tree line with the raised hill and the what looks like a ruinous building at the top.
Just does it look like probably ruined from time, or
Yeah, it's ruined from. It looks like it's just ruined from time. It's just like it looks like it's been deserted for a very long time, and no one's done anything.
Paladin, do that thing you did when you were detecting evil.
That's a great idea, but I don't know if I can detect that far away.
Oh, what is detect evil? It's like, oh, it's like 60 feet,
Five
isn't it?
cents.
yeah, we gotta get a lot closer.
Yeah, it's 60 feet, so I'm probably. I mean, I could do it. There might be something around here, but
Okay, well,
How far away is the building? Is it 60 feet?
it's more than 60 feet.
I could try to do it with the Eyes of the Eagle and see if that would like amplify my divine sense, but I doubt it.
You need like a cannon to fire your divine sense out of.
Like lop off the tip of my tail and toss it as far as I could. That might work.
So, do you guys just want to move towards the opening?
Charge
As a
it.
party?
I'll let Smokeen lead the way.
Yeah.
Let our elven friend, who's more at home in the woodland,
Yeah.
do her thing.
All right. As you approach the edge of the map, everybody in a group can stop right there.
Did I just hear you must gather your party before venturing forth?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. You must gather your party before venturing.
So, as you head towards the pyramid temple, you tread across the cracked and overgrown flagstones, stepping over a fallen and shattered pillars, pushing aside vines and briars. When you are nearly at the temple, the sound of creatures crashing through the underbrush comes from behind you. You turn around to see people moving through the woods towards the clearing around the pyramid. Then, suddenly, the earth shudders and gapes open beneath your feet, and you are falling amid the roar of collapsing masonry. Dust fills the air, and the sunlight disappears as the darkness swallows you.
Can I feather fall so that we all don't get hurt?
Yeah, that's a reaction.
Yeah.
How many can you affect with Featherfall?
I think 5.
I hope so. Because I feel if anyone's going to get left out of this, it's going to be me or Clay.
Oops.
No, if anybody would be left out of it, I'd leave myself out of it. But
That's
my
so
whole-
noble.
You know what? I forgot to put Numi
Leave
in there.
Dragon Man out of it. Like, if I fell, I'm so heavy and covered in armor that when I hit the ground, I'd be like, boom, and I just get back up. Be like, all right.
I got the same armor on.
Oh,
I'll still take Featherfall.
I'll use my acid like a cannon to like slow my fall. So I'm like,
That sounds amazing.
yeah, choose up to 5 falling creatures. Its descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends.
sweet.
All right, you have fallen into the chamber below. Can everybody see the room they're in?
Nope.
Everything okay?
no,
Okay.
yeah.
corner of the map are we on?
Oh, you're in the bottom right corner. So scroll all the way over and all the way down.
Oh, yep, there I am.
I do
Oh, I
not.
can see Sean finally.
Oh, there it is.
I'm here.
Oh, well, you're the only person I can see. Oh, no, I can see Clay. I can't see anyone but Sean and Clay.
Okay.
Yay, video.
So are we have fallen into a cave, and I can.
You are now in a long, narrow chamber running east and west. So that's, up and down, because your orientation is now north is to your left. In the center of this apartment is a dome shape on the floor. On the east wall is a blank-faced stone door. Yeah, let me draw that for you. Yeah, there you go. Whoever's doing that. On the west end of the room is blocked by fallen stone and rubble, apparently the result of a collapse. The two side walls appear to have several niches cut into them. The shape in the center of the chamber appears to be a small alcove protected by a half dome with the open end facing towards the door in the east wall. This alcove is set in a recessed, shallow tiled well, 1 foot deep and 10 feet wide. The alcove itself is 4 feet high. The recess contains some sort of display. 3 niches on the bottom of the northern and southern wall are 5 feet wide and about 3 feet off the floor. Each
little
niche
windows?
contains... They're not windows, they're like statues.
Okay.
Each niche contains a diorama depicting some aspect of tribal life. The 6-inch tall figures in all of the displays appear to be made of stucco, realistically and brightly painted. The scenes portrayed represent fishing, farming, religion, warfare, the creation story, and crafting. A cave-in completely blocks the west end of the chamber. At short intervals, small amounts of rubble and dirt come spilling into the room, and several large stones have appeared to have wedged themselves tightly, closing the collapse.
I'd like to investigate the niche that depicts religion. Can I, using my religion skills as a cleric, try to determine what religion these people worshipped?
Sure. Which niche is that?
That's good. The one that was depicting religion specifically, I think you mentioned.
Okay.
It was.
Sure.
So I would go over it and investigate, trying to determine what god these people worshipped.
Sure. Give me a roll. Give me a perception or what roll would that be?
I have a religion check.
Oh yeah, give me a religion check. 13. The display depicts the creation of the world.
The creation of the world.
Yeah.
Like Toril?
The figures can be removed, but they don't animate. A god ordained in a green Quetzalcoatl feathers is mixing ashes with blood to form sculptures of a man and woman, while 4 towering figures painted red, black, and blue and white are standing about a fire committing suicide with their daggers.
Okay, I say to the party, these heathens worshipped a false god.
There's so many gods, how can you tell them apart?
There's only one god that matters, and that's Tamara.
Can we tell if the figures in there are human? Like, what race are they?
They are obviously non-human.
Non-human. Can we tell what they are?
No, just that they're obviously not humans.
So they like stick humans with extra arms? Yes? No?
Yeah, stick humans.
Well, I mean, if
They don't look humanoid.
Okay, they don't look humanoid.
being of Dragonborn stock, I would assume that if their god is a Quetzalcoatl or whatever it's called, a giant moving snake, then they're probably like Yuan-Ti or Nagas or something. Probably evil.
Like snake people.
Yeah, typically snake people are not very friendly, in my experience.
Do the stick figure lines look like one line with arms? Like an upright snake?
Is that just one of the niches that we see? Is this religious?
That's one of them. That's the one. That's the middle right one.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out in the dome over here, see what
You
I
want
see.
to check out the dome? You don't need a roll for that one. I'll just tell you, the diorama in the alcove holds 12 tribal warriors, a scout, a mastiff, and a panther.
Panther.
And you said that you can remove those?
Yeah, you can remove them.
Hmm.
You don't have a baby mimic to feed anymore.
That's true.
You could always make another one.
No, that's your
That's a good idea. Just start. I've got
Please
ghoul
don't.
hands to get it started. I still got 2 ghoul hands.
Okay, you've been a
Go
part
ahead.
of the party for 5 minutes. Don't fuck it up.
I'm gonna look at it and say that's a great idea.
Now, don't forget there's a door to your east.
Are these little figures are they like statuettes? Are they like action figures or something?
They're little statuettes.
Okay, made of what are they made of?
Stucco.
Stucco.
Stucco,
What is
that's right.
stucco? That's like rock or
It's
clay
like a
or something.
plaster,
Stuff-
isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a plaster kind of thing.
I don't want that. I can't do
I kind of want to look a
I'm
little
gonna-
closer at them.
I'm gonna come check out the door, see if I can hear anything through it.
You're gonna investigate the door. All right. The door is carved with a sun symbol and appears to open into the room. There are hinges on this side and scratches on the floor, but there is no visible lock or handle on it, although a slight gap stretches across the top of the door. 8 holes seem to have been bored into the door, and they are about 1 inch in diameter, but nothing can be seen in them. The door seems to be fairly thick. The lintel is arched with a keystone at the top.
So there are 8 holes in the door?
There are 8 holes in the door.
Hey guys, I think we have to stick those little figures in the door.
Were there 8 statuettes or in the diorama?
There are 3 in the diorama, and then
Well, you guys have only investigated one of the two of the dioramas, really.
I'll
Oh,
walk up
I'm
to the
into
door
that.
and stick my finger in one of the holes.
Oh, good.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
did we try to open the door?
There's no handle.
Oh, okay.
No handle and no visible lock.
But there were scratches on the floor.
Yeah, so what does that tell you if there's scratches on the inside of the floor?
That it opens that way.
It's a pull door.
It's a pull door. There you go.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
Okay.
investigate this one, I guess.
You're going to investigate that niche.
Yeah, let's mark little X's
All
where
right.
we've checked.
That's a good idea.
So, a scene of tribal warfare includes 20 tribal warriors in combat. The 10 warriors on one side are painted black, while the 10 on the other are done in red. Warriors that are animated will fight an animated enemy warrior first, but once they vanquish their foes, they turn on the characters.
Are you reading something that you shouldn't be reading to us?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. So there's animated
Whatever.
warriors in this one.
So don't pick the wrong ones.
So hold on. So I'm looking at this thing,
Yeah.
and I see warriors, and I can remove them.
Let's see.
Are they also stucco relief figures, or
It does. Yeah, every statuette that you see is made of stucco.
okay? And how many are at my little niche? Out there?
There are 20.
Oh shit!
A 20 in total from all the different alcoves.
No, 20 in the one that he's looking at.
There's like 20 little statuettes there, and there's 8 in the
Yeah.
middle.
Yeah, think
And
like the Chinese statues of the soldiers, like the little
Yeah.
clay ones.
Something
There's-
like that.
There's 8 holes in this one, or in the door. I feel like we should just smash the statuettes. Maybe there's something inside them.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Oh wait,
What if they're the way that they look like they fit into the holes? Are they all in different positions, and are the holes shaped differently on the door?
All the holes are the same size. Eight similarly sized holes.
All right.
Are all the bottoms of these statuettes the same size?
Well, I mean, they're little statuettes, so there's going to be size variances.
So, question: are the little statuette pedestals they're on the size of the holes?
Yeah. That's what I was asking.
Say that again?
Are the statuettes on little pedestals that are the size of the holes that are on the door?
Oh. Let's see. No, they are not.
I think we should break statues, guys.
Yeah.
Before we start breaking statues, let me go back to your earlier suggestion, and I will do my divine.
I like it.
It was a good idea.
Are you going to do it in front of the door or just in the middle of the room?
In the middle of the room, because it's 60 feet in all directions.
So that should encompass the whole room and maybe some. It doesn't go through solid rock,
No,
does it?
Yeah, it has to. Yeah, no. If they're in a separate room, I think I can. No, probably not.
Cool. Love it. What's this spell called again? I don't think I have it. That's why I'm interested.
Divine sense.
Okay. Well, I don't think Armin has it. And while you do it, Armin is going to study you performing this ritual. And he tries to mimic it back at you.
So, Jeff, you're casting a spell?
Yeah. I mean, it's not really a spell. It's just it's one. I'm gonna use one of them. I get 4 per day, so I can detect people. Do I detect celestial, fiend, or undead presences in the room?
In the room? No, nothing.
Okay. Worth a shot.
So maybe you guys should
Break statues.
check out some more of the niches before you start breaking shit.
So
Because you've only checked out there are 3 of them so far. You've checked out the bottom 2 and the center display.
we've looked at the one with the warriors. We've looked at the one with the religion.
Yes.
We know they're heathens and they have an army.
Someone marked out the bottom left one.
Yeah,
But I don't think.
Wasn't that the creation one?
No, the Christian one is the bottom right one, and you looked at the middle right one.
So I looked at this one.
Oh, deleted myself.
Deleted yourself.
No.
Okay, I'll look at the one right next to me. The other one, not the religion one, but the next one, and investigate it.
The one you're standing at right now, I think that's the one he just.
I think Roll20 froze on me.
Still seeing your video.
My video's going through, but I cannot select anything.
Are you on the wrong layer?
No, like nothing on the page. Like I see my video and I see all you guys, but I can't like do anything that's below the address bar. That's weird. Hang on.
Okay. While he's rebooting, I have no idea what we're doing. Let's break the statues.
I would assume that we would shove the little statues in head first.
Their head first?
Well, I've got a 2-handed hammer that can help that happen.
That's true. We could use the hammer to just hammer them in.
They'll fit.
The paladin's got a hammer too. We'll do it twice as fast.
So all the holes are the same size. The bases are all apparently varying in size. So those aren't, at least as far as we've discovered the 2 so far. I want to look at the rest of them to see if all of the bases don't fit before we start smashing things. But if nothing fits, then fuck it, smash them open. Let's see if there's keys.
Sure.
It doesn't seem to be a keyhole, but
I poked my finger through the door, the holes in the door. Did I reach the end of it, or was it like I couldn't reach?
No, it's a very thick door. You just felt like you were sticking your finger into just a rock recess.
Okay.
But the holes go all the way through. Is that correct?
Like, can we see light at the end?
No, you don't see anything on the other side, looking through the holes.
Can I stick my spear all the way through the other side?
Will your spear fit?
What is it, like an inch diameter?
Yeah.
Probably not. Never mind.
Bullet.
So, Scott, given that I
Yeah.
have level sight and I can see even through magical darkness, like, are we not seeing anything because there's nothing to see, or because we're bottoming out before the door? Like, can we see into the other room?
You can't see into the other room because the holes don't go all the way through the door.
Okay, so it's a physical barrier.
Does anyone have dynamite?
Ooh.
Not quite.
Or
no.
explosion magic?
I have acid.
Pikey's got hellish rebuke.
I
If we
love
can
the
go the door into attacking her.
Yeah, if the door hurts me,
Could
I
we
can hurt it back.
Could we convince
So
the
our
door that it's
solution
open?
to a puzzle is that we're gonna try and melt the door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna investigate this this little alcove next to me.
That one, okay.
Tila, if you ran into the door and bounced off of it, that would probably do it, don't you think?
We've seen this, or I haven't seen this work.
Obviously.
I mean, dead ass is powerful, but
I've heard
I
tales
was gonna go
of.
with cop knock. Apparently, the cop knock knocks up and obliterates any door.
All right. So for the niche that's that you're at, the display portrays a temple upon a tiered pyramid with seven commoners that are bringing small offerings of gold and jade. Before the temple is a little cult fanatic holding a constrictor snake. Around him stand 3 costumed tribal warriors, one dressed as a winged serpent holding a spear, and another is dressed as a bear with razor claws. The third represents a coyote holding a torch. There are also from what you can glean, several stone statues of the gods.
All right, I'm pretty familiar with various
There's-
religions.
Overall, there's about 15 pieces in this niche.
I'm pretty familiar with religions. Is there anything here that I might recognize?
No, everything is completely foreign to you.
All right.
we haven't encountered anything with like suns on it, have we?
I think there was a sun god on the religion when I checked.
Well, the door is a big sun with holes around it, so
If I remember correctly, for your cop nut to work, Jeff has to fail at opening the door first.
Ooh,
does.
pretty hard.
okay. I'm gonna look at this one up here. The one next to
Which
me.
one's that one? Okay, that one. In this niche, a diorama has a scene that shows various forms of crafting. 12 commoners are busy weaving rugs and baskets, carving totems, making pots, grinding stones for weapons, and making clothes.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up just a random token.
You're going to pick up one of the 12 commoners?
Yeah. And I'm just gonna try and shove it into a hole in the wall.
Well,
the wall or the door?
before you do that, the one that you picked up animates. Roll for initiative.
Oh,
How tall is this thing? It's like an action figure, right? Like a foot tall? Half a foot? I'm just curious if I
Quick.
should step on it.
Yeah, exactly. Quick, step on it.
eat it. Just
You miss grep that bad?
How do I forget. How do I pull up the turn order thing, Sean?
It'll be on the left, and there will be a. Oh, you have to open it. We can't. It'll be on the left. One of them will say turn order. The toolbar.
Holy shit, I can see almost everybody.
for some reason I can't see Jeff.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
can't
either.
I don't see him either. I don't
Well,
see anything. I don't see anything for turn order
You don't see
Are you
anything?
talking about video feed?
unless it's
Oh,
that.
that's
Look,
it.
Yeah.
there it is.
Okay,
Sweet.
I'm rolling initiative. You can
I
also
was
sort
listening
it.
to that, my guy. I can re-roll now that I've closed it. That's fine. I should get a penalty for not clicking my characters. So.
Well, the commoner has a 20.
Oh shit.
Actually, it's a commoner. We can clearly see this is a peasant.
Yeah, it was one of the 12 commoner statues that Smokeen picked up.
How tall is it?
There.
How
Actually,
tall was
let's
it?
see,
It doesn't matter how tall it was because it animates into a full human form.
Okay, so it's like
About 5.5 feet in height.
I think we should interrogate it.
Well, it goes first, so.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
it
it goes
doesn't
first.
interrogate us.
It goes first, and because it was picked up by Smokeen, it rolls to attack. Let me.
What are you gonna do, Barbara?
Probably spit in her face.
Oh.
Oh, it's a commoner, but it's humanoid now. Is it human?
Yeah, it's like a little human-looking thing.
It is a human looking thing.
Yeah.
What is the human looking?
The commoner goes to stab at Smokeen, and it drops its little melee weapon, little club. It drops its club.
It crit failed.
Womp womp.
Next
And
up,
she just-
next up is Silmorn.
I'm gonna see it attacking this stupid elf, and figure I probably ought to come help since she's already pissy with me.
Can you just put it down on the ground and step on it?
All right, so I'm going to attack it with my maul.
All right, roll for damage.
Odds.
As you what are you talking with? Your two. What is a two-pack? What's a packed maul?
It's a regular maul that's been created by the Warlock feature packed weapon. It's a
Okay.
hammer.
Well, as you swing your hammer, you bring it down upon the top of the commoner's head, and it crumbles into stucco as it hits the ground.
We could have interrogated it.
We'll just pick up another one and then we'll just like grapple it as soon as it comes out.
Actually, let's do that. Is combat over?
Combat is over.
All right. Stillmorn saves the day.
Good work, friend. Smashing
Tell the
that
elf
statue, man.
one.
So, wait, what? What's happening?
So you defeated the commoner. It turned back into the what it was made of and just crumbled to the ground.
Did it drop its weapon to the ground? It did drop its weapon to the ground, right?
The weapon also returned to its original state and crumbled.
Oh, so it's not like a tiny little weapon. It's dust.
Was it ever a bit like when it became active and fought? Did it grow in size, or was it still we were
It
finding?
did. It became like normal sized.
Okay,
Can
much more. For me.
maybe one of us could do like a perception check on it and see if there's anything that looks different about any of the statues. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. We could pick each one up, but there's got to be something, in this room that we can use on the door. So maybe there's a specific statue.
I think we should get two people on each side of the statue, have someone pick it up, and then the other two immediately grapple and pin it to the ground and try to interrogate it.
I'm down for that.
I'm a big, strong cleric. I volunteer to grapple.
Yeah, we'll have our holy rollers.
I like it, holy rollers.
Oops.
I mean, I can use my mage hand to pick it up if nobody wants to actually pick it up.
Oh, that's a good idea,
Oh, that's a
too.
good idea.
So then no one has to chance getting hurt.
I like it.
All right. Let me open this.
So what are you guys gonna do?
I think we're gonna use Mage Hand to pick it up, and then try to grapple it.
You pick up the commoner.
We'll start with the commoner,
that's-
work our way up the food chain.
All right. Well, as you pick another one up, another commoner.
Oh, wait. Before we pick it up, I ready an action to grapple.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you pick it up, another commoner spawns forth. Roll for initiative.
Okay. Do we get to resolve the grappling first, or
The grappling is first, yeah.
okay? Or is it before initiative or after initiative?
Wait, who's rolling what? I see Jeff rolled a
I
0.
rolled a 3.
Ooh.
Oh.
Equally terrible.
Who all is grappling?
Me and Jeff were both grappling.
You and Jeff. All right.
If the mage hand doesn't work.
Well, the Mage Hand should work to summon it.
So it doesn't have a particular target. I was
So
hoping.
all right. So you successfully grapple the commoner, but as you do, it just crumbles into dust.
So far, we've learned that touching these things just like once they turn into these commoners, they fight us and then we defeat them and they crumble, or we
Didn't
touch
even
them
do
and
any
they crumble.
damage that time. Should have high-fived it.
Let's try something more powerful.
Well, I'm wondering if that just means these aren't the right ones, and
That's what I'm thinking.
Let's go pick up the
If we-
Panther.
So
pick up the right ones, then
So
they
there are
won't.
still 2 niches that you have not checked out.
I would like to do a perception check on the statues. Like to scrutinize them. To see anything unique about any of them, maybe coloration or size. Maybe one's holding a different type of weapon, or maybe he's got an eye patch or a massive bulge.
So you're doing what now?
Massive bulge. He's looking for dragon dick.
Are you rolling?
I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10.
Something.
Are you rolling initiative for the same niche that you guys have been pulling commoners out of?
Oh no, I'm just investigating. I'm doing a perception check. I'm looking closer at the statues.
Okay. Well, you noticed they look like stucco statues of commoners, and that when you touch them, they come to life.
And I don't glean any other details.
You
beyond
glean
that.
no other details out of that.
All right, I want to investigate one of the niches that we haven't looked at.
Okay. Which one are you gonna do?
Is this one that I'm right next to been investigated yet?
It has not.
All right. I am investigating it, looking for clues to our current predicament.
This one, you see another 12 commoners that are engaged in farming, planting corn, and harvesting wheat. 5 tribal warriors stand guard, and a cult fanatic in a bird costume is blessing the fields.
I grab the cult fanatic.
Oh, Jesus.
He seems like he might be a good fellow to fight.
All right. Cult fanatic grows in size. Roll for initiative.
I feel like I've rolled enough low initiatives. Holy Jesus. Last one got a 20, this one got a 21.
What does everybody roll 7 on? Need some more to say.
Worry not. He's made of stone. If we touch him, he'll turn to dust.
We hope.
The last 2 did. Why shouldn't this be any different?
So the cult fanatic, springing to life, sees the perpetrator that brought him out of being a statue and takes a melee swing at him. He goes to swing at Armin, but falls just short of landing his blow.
Aha! Failure.
Next up is Jeff.
This is hilarious. This is the first time Jeff's ever gone first in initiative, I think.
It's your turn.
I don't think he was ready.
I wasn't even paying attention. I was like, I'm not gonna get. One. Yeah. Hit it. I guess I'm still using my Warhammer. Although at this point I've kind of become a little bit suspicious after the incident in the cave where I was afraid against now. So now actually kind of like, all right, maybe this is not the best weapon to be using, but I'm still going to use it.
Okay.
I'm aware that it's a bad idea, but I'm going for it anyway.
As Numi approaches the cult fanatic after he misses his swing against Armin, he raises up his warhammer and brings it down upon the cult fanatic and rolls for damage.
What?
It's 12.
What?
Oh, it's doing 12. Okay. The cult fanatic takes a very hard blow against his left arm and staggers back 5 feet.
He's not turning to dust. I was wrong. My apologies.
Didn't immediately die.
Or we found the right one.
We should restrain this one.
Too late. That's our strong guy.
I'm a strong guy. I run at the guy and tackle him to the ground.
Next up
as a
is
grapple.
Armin.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run at him and tackle him to the ground and attempt to restrain him.
You know I'm behind him, right?
I hope you catch us.
Bowl will try to roar.
So, yeah, I am going to run at him and try to restrain him.
Okay.
So, move forward, and what do I need to roll? Like a grapple?
Yes. For a grapple? Hang on, I'm not I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure how grapples work. Anybody else here?
Grapple is strength versus either strength or dex.
Okay.
Grapple is the most complicated thing you have to do, and I love to inflict it on you.
Player's Handbook 195. Use an attack to grapple. The person grappling, so Sean makes an athletics check.
Yeah.
And then Cultist makes either athletics or acrobatics, so whichever's higher strength or dex.
Okay.
If it succeeds, the target is grappled and the speed is set to 0.
Okay.
Okay, here's my athletics check. 17.
So Armin rushes forth at the cultist priest, and restrains him by pinning both of his arms down at his side. He is now grappled.
That's me.
Next up is Ilmorn.
Interrogate him with your voodoo magic.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm going to yell at him. Do you speak common?
The cult fanatic looks in your direction, but makes no reply.
Stony silence.
Okay, so break out the pliers.
Bring the car battery.
We'll get answers from him. Don't you worry.
Stony silence.
Can you summon a packed dagger? We could just slightly, I don't know, put under his fingernails.
Actually, I
Jesus.
don't have to summon a packed dagger. I'm going to use my patron, which is physically embodied in a dagger, and poke it under his fingernails.
Are you doing this as an attack or just an action?
As an action.
Okay.
So improvised.
Okay, so as you drive the dagger underneath one of his fingernails, he does not react.
This is disappointing. I think he's a construct.
I
This is a
think he
hard
doesn't
one.
feel pain.
Well, that is my turn. I mean, I took movement and action, so
Next up is Smokeen.
One of his
What
fingernails.
will Smokeen do?
It doesn't respond to me.
yeah.
Smoke King's just gonna hit him with a sword since he's standing right there.
Okay.
Pretty sure an 18 hit.
All right. As you drive your sword at the cult fanatic, you do 6 damage to him. He lets out a light grunt, but nothing more.
So it can grunt. But the dagger?
That's it for me.
All right, Tila, you're up.
Yeah, I don't know whether I kind of wanted to use suggestion on him, but I don't know that that's actually going to do anything. I don't know that this thing is showing any level of intelligence.
Probably won't.
Probably not. And I
we
don't.
got him. We got a hold of him, so it could you can try.
I can try, but that'll use one of my 2 last spell slots.
Oh,
All your spell slots should be back.
Did
Yeah,
we
did a long
successfully
rest.
long rest?
Yeah, before we left.
Okay.
Yeah,
kind of
everything's
figured
full.
mine then.
So,
Oh well, then.
or you could just try and use one of your charm skills or something like that.
oops.
Seduce the statue.
I don't want to seduce it. That thing scares me.
He might be rock hard.
I'm gonna go cry.
Stony silence, rock hard.
Right?
This is turning into a Punderful adventure.
I would like to suggest that it tell us how to open this door. Or it gets crushed.
Is that a target makes a wisdom save? Okay.
Yeah.
What is the wisdom save?
14, right?
14? Yeah.
Should be higher, should be 15.
Oh, wait, it's changed now. That's right.
Ooh, leveled up. Getting OP.
It's my wisdom, right?
Yeah, it's 15.
Yes.
Set it right on top of your spell sheet. We'll save DC.
Oh,
So it's a 15?
yes.
Okay. The cult fanatic hisses out very lightly, "Hunt for the key."
So he does speak common.
Yeah.
But he won't, give in to torture.
Well, because he's a creep, he'll probably feel pain.
So we know we got to find a key. I'm starting to think more and more. Armin might have been right. We might need to
Smash it.
smash it.
Smash
for-
If we smash the statues, they can't come to life, right?
right?
All right, it's now the cult fanatic's turn. He
But
tries to thrash his way out of the grapple.
Okay, so I get to roll a
What do I
strength
need to
check.
do
right?
to do that? So
To escape a grapple, he must succeed on a strength or athletics or acrobatics check against my athletics check.
okay.
So here's what I'm contesting with. It's a crit.
All right, so as the cult fanatic strains against your grapple, one of his arms breaks off, falls to the ground, and turns back to stucco.
Let's see this. Sorry, I was just looking at that.
That's the cult fanatic's turn.
So he broke free.
No, his arm broke off,
Oh,
but he's
cool.
still grappled.
Oh, good.
Take your pot shots. I got him.
As
Damn.
Hey Clay, look at my damage and make sure that looks right to you. 1d8 because I get +3 for my modifier. It's a +1 weapon, +1 to damage, and then it says +3.
So +3 was.
I'm
Roll.
gonna roll an attack just to compare it real quick.
Charisma plus magic.
It looks right to me. It's 1d8 plus 4 strength plus 3 is your
Oh,
modifier.
that's right. I have 4. I have 4 for my modifier for strength. That's
Yeah.
what was throwing me off. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Well,
as you
did you
Go
say
ahead.
it was +1 damage from the magic? Is it a hammer +1?
It's a hammer +1. So that's what the 3 mod is. It's 2 for dueling and 1 for the +1.
Oh, okay.
okay.
So yeah, okay. I'm sure because I was looking. I don't want to like.
So as
So they take 14.
So as Numagares swings his warhammer at the cult fanatic, it connects in the side of his neck, doing 14 damage, causing the cult fanatic to crumble to ash.
So this one went to ash rather than
Or stucco.
All right, let's break some statues, guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
I want to like kick through this. Like, there's nothing in the dust, right?
No, it's stucco, not dust.
Well,
Or ash. It's not ash.
the rock bits. There's
yeah,
nothing
the
like
little rock bits that the statuette was made out of.
Like gravel. Kinda.
Yeah, I would say that, yeah.
I was just saying, I was checking to make sure nothing was in there. But
Right. Nope, there's nothing. There's nothing. Yeah, there's still one that you haven't checked out.
Okay, well, on the one that we just did check out, I'm going to take my mace and just sideswipe across
Or
the
wait.
whole thing. Try to destroy
Did you
everyone.
guys... Hang on a second. Because you guys have like all of them marked off, but I don't think you've looked at them all.
no, we
We did
haven't
this
looked at the one I'm standing next to. This one here, we haven't
Yeah.
looked at yet.
Did we do this top?
The middle right one and the top right one, and then the middle left one. Yeah, because that's where the one the cult fanatic just came from. So
So top right was crafting.
yeah,
Middle right was
kind of harvesting
Right.
crops.
and then the bottom was warrior statues.
Or, I'm sorry, the middle right is the creation of the world. The middle left one is the crops one that the cult fanatic just came from. You guys did the top left one, right? Yeah. Still looked at that one.
What was in that one again?
That one was, it just had, it portrayed kind of like a ritual sacrifice kind of thing.
How many
How many what?
release were there? Statues.
10 statues.
Okay, and in the middle, the diorama has the relief that we can remove. They're not statues; they're like carved figures. They're flat.
It's got 15 statues in it.
The middle diorama does.
Yeah. The center display, the thing in
And
the very middle.
there's statues, right? Not flat.
Yeah.
reliefs.
Yeah. Like I said before, it has 12 tribal warriors, a scout, a mastiff, and a panther.
Okay. Sorry. I was
No,
trying to
no,
keep
it's
notes,
fine.
but I'm doing a shitty job.
Oh no, it's okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
So I'm going to raise my mace and be like, are we ready to smash things yet? Someone stop me before I smash things? Maybe.
No, go for it.
I am...
Yeah, at this point, I feel like that's probably going to be our best bet is to like take these puppies out.
Okay, I'm going to do like a sweeping smash to try to crush all the statues in this niche that I'm in at once.
Okay.
Okay.
Take your. Give me. What kind of roll would be great for that?
None. There's no chance that a statue is strong enough to stop him from swinging through it.
Okay.
I could roll
all right,
damage.
Well, he destroys everything in the niche, the middle left niche.
Excellent. Nothing happened, guys. An egg.
Wow.
Did nothing happen?
Nothing happened.
There wasn't like a whirlwind and all the pieces formed into one giant, massive.
Monstrosity, no.
Oh, good.
My rash actions resulted in nothing bad happening. I'm gonna do it again.
I'm gonna do it again.
I'm gonna go to the one with all the commoners this time. I think it was on the one where Danielle's character was at. This one?
That was the top right one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do it again.
All right.
Nah.
They're all destroyed.
Nothing bad is happening, guys. I think we got this.
Nothing has happened.
Well, so far, if nothing's happened, I mean, what if we're just stuck in this room because we've smashed all the keys inside?
I've got rope. We could climb out.
Oh, good. As long as there's a plan.
I'll probably need magic to get the rope up. But
Mm-hmm.
Great.
does anyone else want to take a turn at smashing statues? I don't want to have all the fun.
You want to get all the fun. You want to take up all the fun.
I don't have much to smash with, so.
You can borrow my Warhammer if you'd like.
Oh my god. I think that's bigger than I am.
Okay, I'm gonna walk to the one to the south, right next to Tila. I'm gonna point at him. It's like, watch this, and I'm gonna do it again.
Set right on that.
So even like the warrior statues and stuff, and the one that he was just at, even those statues just shattered.
Yeah, and the ones that he just did in the middle right, everything shattered. There's nothing left there. Just bits of stucco. Hunks and bits of stucco.
I move to the other one and do the same thing.
All of the figures become smashed. Bits of stucco just rain about Armin as he just goes to town destroying everything.
Destroying everything.
Is there anything in the stuff that he just destroyed?
Nope. Just hunks of stucco.
Sorry, I didn't know the charger was right there.
Archaeologists hate me.
Archaeologists hate you.
When I'm
No, I will say, like, you guys looked at the center display, but you didn't actually investigate it.
I can smash it too.
Before it goes in.
Did Smoking investigate the one that she's next to?
Not yet.
You want to investigate that before I smash it?
Yeah, sure. What happened when you smashed the other one?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Got a bunch of stucco. Does anyone collect stucco in a bag to make monsters?
So, as Smoking investigates that niche, it just shows a river scene with a dozen commoners gathering fishes with nets and carving a hole in the side of a hill.
Okay, so they're fishers.
All right. Oh, yeah, she said specifically hunt for the key. So was there one that showed hunting?
Oh, I smashed them all.
I thought he said search.
No, he said hunt.
He said hunt.
Maybe he's referring to fishing. Fishing is a form of hunting, sort of.
Can I smash it?
Go ahead and smash it.
I smash it.
Tons of stucco start raining down upon Smoking and Armin, but that's all there is. Bits and pieces of stucco. All that's left that hasn't been smashed in the room now is the center display.
Well, I'm gonna smash it then.
Wreck it. He's gonna wreck it.
Excellent. I want to get a good view of this.
Now we're gonna be trapped in this room forever.
Yeah, is starvation an option? Is that like a
I
Might be.
can conjure food and water for us. We
that's
could be
true.
here forever.
As Silmorn
I don't
starts
know.
smashing the center display, his hand brushes one of the tribal warriors that is in the center display, and it pops to life. Roll for initiative.
Nice way to prevent the party from destroying the way out of the room.
17. Yeah.
Big old 5.
My computer's not letting me do anything.
You need to
I'll be right
reconnect.
back. Yeah, hold on.
Smoking is the most likely to outroll us initiative-wise. I like place 3.
It says 10, but you still show up as 7. Did
She
you click
didn't
on your
have her
figure?
thing clicked.
You can manually update the token.
I fixed it. All right. Is that right for everybody? 17, 12, 5, and 10. 17, 12.
Never been more grateful for
Okay.
not the security deposit.
99. Let me see. And
You rolled a 99 initiative.
I wonder why he is not appearing in the turn order.
I'm seeing an 11 and a 4. I prefer the 4.
Oh, I didn't place this token down. Ah. Did I put that on wrong?
So what does this one look like?
The tribal warrior?
Mm-hmm.
Like your basic tribal warrior, covered in furs, shaved sides of the head, ponytail, with long hair in the back.
What kind of weapon are they wielding?
From what you can glean...
Do they not have a weapon in hand?
Hang on, let me pull up his character sheet. From what you can glean, it is a one-handed spear.
I have a spear. I pull out my spear. Ooh,
No, I'm going to edit that. I'm going to give him his first one, which was 11.
excellent. I always wanted to.
Always.
All right,
No,
so
this is your first game.
as he pops into existence, Armin gets the drop on him.
My character's dream has always been to strike first in combat. He walks forward, and it appears that he has flanking on almost all sides,
Basically.
and stabs the spear wielder with the spear one-handed, keeping its shield out, one like that, and does it.
As you move forward to stab with the spear, you do 4 damage to him.
Oh, you get to click on my damage? That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, don't make other people's rolls, dude.
I tried to click it. It says no ability was found. Repeating attack. Damn it.
All right, next up is Silmorn.
Can anybody see me on the video?
Yes.
I can see you.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see anyone. I'm just sitting here looking at a bunch of.
Try to do your reconnect. See if that'll refresh it.
I've tried it
No.
a bunch of times. Like I've.
Are you in Chrome?
Just, like refreshed. No, I'm a Firefox.
Get on
Yeah,
Chrome.
switch to Chrome because I was doing it in Firefox and I would never see anybody.
That's what it is. When I clicked on your link, it opened it up there. Okay. Well, here, you guys go ahead. I've got a few turns anyway, and then I'll pop back in.
Okay. All right, Silmorn. Silmorn takes his swing and he connects with the tribal warrior, doing 10 damage. The tribal warrior crumbles into stucco.
Does he turn into a key?
And as he turns into dust, with Silmorn completing the arc of his swing, it destroys the rest of the stucco statuettes on the center display, and a key comes clinking to the floor.
It's a key with 8 prongs on it. There's 8 holes, guys. Which one does it go in?
Yeah, what's
Well,
this
just
bit like?
stick it in the hole.
It's your it looks like a basic key.
Okay.
So it's like it has a line and it's got 2 little pointy things coming out of it. These were just
Yeah, like that.
holes, though. They're like
Yeah, just imagine you walk
cylinders.
up to the door, and on each side of the door, near the middle, like where the 2 doors meet, there's like 4 holes in a straight line down on each side.
But they don't have like the little pointy part of it.
Nope.
We can't stick this key in the hole, guys.
Well, does someone want to investigate the door again?
Whoever has the key, maybe.
Would someone like to
there we
pick
go.
up?
I can see everyone.
Fine,
now.
I'll go look at the door again. What? Tell me about the door.
The door is carved with a sun symbol and appears to be open. Open into the room. The hinges on the side with scratches on the floor. There's no visible lock or handle on it. The door seems to be fairly thick. The lintel is scratched, and there's a keystone at the top.
A keystone.
Did you pick up the key, D?
I'll say yes for ease of.
Slap it on that symbol. Be like, pop. High five it on there.
Yeah.
My recommendation.
Now,
Or-
a keystone is like a little thing, right?
A keystone basically is on any kind of like arch. The keystone is what holds an arch in place, because if you remove it, it all falls.
Yeah.
You try to remove the keystone?
Well, I mean, it's embedded into the wall. I don't see how you can do it.
I've got a hammer.
There's 3 hammers in here.
I don't think breaking the keystone is the answer.
Let's go beside.
Jeff's got a hammer.
All right, so Smokeen has the key. What does Smokeen want to do with the key?
I'm gonna try and just stick it into one of the holes.
Sticking it into one of the 8 holes?
Jam it in.
Nothing happens.
Are there any holes on the keystone?
Have you investigated the keystone?
Okay, I'll take a closer look at the keystone.
Give me a perception. Give me a perception check on the keystone.
10. Or I will take 20 and just stare at the keystone until I notice something interesting about the keystone.
You stare at the keystone for a while, and then you notice that at the very top middle there's a keyhole that is located within the keystone.
Hey guys.
Then I will stick the key into the key.
Ram it in the hole.
Ram it right in that hole.
And when
Don't force it though.
Smokeen puts the
Force
key
it.
into the keyhole,
Be gentle.
You need the hammer?
Kind of want to like slip it in.
and the door slides open inside into the room, opening into the next area.
Excellent. We've done it. We've solved the room puzzle.
And we didn't die.
I don't
And you
think
didn't die.
I don't think anyone took any damage.
We're fighting dust.
Where did that go? Oh, there it is.
I'd like to examine-
Stop right there
Okay, not examining.
before you get too far. Once you enter the room, the stone walls of this corridor are carved to resemble a stack of bamboo-like logs. The passage slopes slightly downwards from a single door on its western leg. The lintel of which has been crafted to represent a stylized cavern entrance. It leads to the double doors of beaten bronze worked to resemble a forest of seaweed.
Sorry.
Told you, snakes. Probably sea snakes.
What will the party do next?
Norman walks up to the first door. Or wait, is this a door? Or
Those are kind of, they look like doors, but they're not actually doors.
I investigate the not door.
You investigate the not door.
Yes.
It continues to look like a door, but it is not a door.
Awesome. Excellent.
It continues to look like a door.
I bang on it with my mace.
As you bang on it with your mace, it continues to do nothing except look like a fake door.
Excellent. This is a fake door, guys.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Thanks, Armin.
As Smokeen passes across the point at which Armin was standing, a trap triggers.
You got us all killed, D.
Dexterity or acrobatics?
Let me look at that real quick.
I'm good at neither.
Give me. Let's see.
I'm gonna go ahead and react with Featherfall, just in case. I don't trust these assholes.
We're immediately all falling slower as we hit the ground.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Give me a perception check.
Everyone or just D?
Just D. Oh, she notices that as soon as she stepped across the threshold in which Armin was standing, the doors start to swing inward very violently, jumping out of the way, taking no damage. Armin, though, give me a perception check.
This is not going
Come
to...
on.
5.
Oh.
Ooh.
Excellent.
You're too busy like, hey, you guys, this isn't a real door. Wham!
Oh, whammy.
Armin attempts to leap back from the triggered fake door trap, but takes 5 damage from being slammed by the door as he rolls backwards towards the bronze doors on the
I'm
other edge.
okay. Did 5?
That was deliberate.
The doors, having swung out, swing back in to the walls again. Now knowing that this is a trap, try not to step on it with too much weight.
So, where's my marker at? So this right here?
Where did it trigger?
Right over in this area?
It triggered...
right as you walked across the doors.
As you walk past.
Like a line? Right there?
and it sent you back here.
Whoa, Armin!
I went flying. I'm a heavy guy. I got lots of armor on, and I went that far.
Did you not learn? Call me your tits.
Well, I've made it past the trap, guys. Come on.
I'm gonna leap over it.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. All right, you successfully jump over the pressure plate.
Good job.
All the way over here. It's a mighty leap.
What does you're gonna try to do what?
The same thing. Jump over it.
Sure.
I'll catch you if you fail.
And then you'll both get hit.
Success. You successfully jump over the pressure plate.
Nice.
Tila, I will happily catch you.
I was gonna say.
Jeff, you're standing on the pressure plate.
I thought this was the pressure plate. Is that the pressure? That one?
The
right
pressure
there?
plate is drawn. It's already drawn. It's those two between the two fake doors.
I'm gonna delete my.
Okay,
I don't know how to delete my drawings.
I'm going to do a diving roll over it.
Okay.
I guess that's an acrobatics or athletics?
An acrobatics check. If it's a diving roll. All right, you successfully dive over it.
Nice. Ba-boom.
Bum, ba, bum.
All right, so moving forward, I suggest to the entire team we keep our eyes peeled for traps. Seems to be afoot.
Especially when we notice like fake doors and stuff.
Yeah.
Just don't go up and bang on him, really.
Standing in front of you now are double doors of beaten bronze, worked to resemble a forest of seaweed.
You said beaten bronze?
Beaten bronze.
Hey, Armand, you want to have a go at this one?
Oh, fuck.
I do. I beat on the beaten bronze door with my mace.
Give me a strength check.
I'm just getting it out of the way so Danielle can open it.
Oh Lord.
I like it.
Let's see, strength.
Top
20.
You smack the door with your warhammer as hard as you possibly can, and the door swings inward, slamming against the wall behind it.
I got this, guys.
Hello. We're here.
Expertly done.
Knock, knock. We're here.
Knock,
Knock,
motherfucker.
knock, motherfucker.
You're not going to announce that one's real?
There's some
So
giant
much for
monster.
subtlety.
I'm just picturing Armin like smashing on the door and like knock, 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 no.
All right. As you enter this room, the room is constructed of large stone blocks buttressed in the corners. The walls are wet and slimy, and mud covers most of the floor in a thin coating. To the east and west, be seen stone doors recessed in the walls, and to the north, a set of stairs that lead down. The north is still to your left. In the center of the chamber, sits a large polished boulder amid a pile of smaller rounded rocks. The boulder is 5 feet tall and colored brown with dark streaks and spots. Leaning against it is what appears to be a bamboo staff. In the mud around the base of the boulder is a moving shape, looking like a crayfish. It is facing you, and it seems to be aware of your presence.
This appears to be lunch, guys.
Cajun delight.
Let's get some grub. Or should we does anyone have is anyone what is the word I'm using? Proficient with animals?
Animal handling?
Yeah. I've got. Hold on.
Critter
I remember
talking.
what spell I got.
I feel like we need to talk to this crayfish and tell
So
him.
it hasn't immediately attacked us. Maybe it's a
I don't
friendly
remember what mine does.
crawdad.
Is it a giant crawdad or is it a stone?
It looks like a crayfish.
Well, I mean, is it? How big is it?
It's quadruple the size of us. It's
Yeah,
an excellent
definitely.
meal.
It's a large tile. That's what you see.
Fucking huge.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a second,
So-
Clay. Is that better?
It didn't seem to have changed anything.
I edited your tile to 120 feet instead of 60.
Okay. I
But-
may need a note or something.
Yeah.
Maybe door. Question.
Yes.
Could the crayfish be considered a vehicle?
Ooh.
I am proficient in vehicles.
I mean, you can always attempt it.
Ride that crayfish.
Let
Get inside of it.
let me go up to it first and see if I can touch it and if it attacks me or not. Because if it's friendly, I've got something I can do, and then you would actually be able to ride it.
Excellent. Just think riding a crayfish around the dungeon.
Our cleric with a giant crayfish.
So does the mud look like it's okay to walk on, or
The floor of this chamber is very slippery, counting as difficult terrain.
okay?
Difficult terrain means half speed, right?
Any sudden actions, including those necessary in combat, may result in the character taking a spill.
Ooh.
Works pretty well.
Okay, y'all get ready to shoot it just in case I like fall down and it tries to eat me.
I'm not a shooty class.
Did somebody try to draw a compass in the middle?
Yes.
Why does it say Q?
Here, let me help you out here.
That's all we need is north is one way. So south is north, west is south, east is east, and Q is west. And then there's an X.
We're gonna delete all that. I don't know what.
It was so helpful.
Okay. I'm going to take a ready action to prepare my sword in case the crawfish
Don't want to provoke it.
attacks me. I'm not going to provoke it. I'm going to keep it kind of behind me, but I'm going to have it on me and slowly try and walk up to the crawfish and just touch it to do beast bond.
I'm gonna ready an action.
As
if it attacks
you
sphere.
as you approach the crayfish, it starts waving its arms aggressively and starts gargling at you.
I think it wants a hug.
But it makes no aggressive action.
Is
Okay.
it's gargling? Is it drowning?
Give it mouth to mouth.
Ooh.
Save the little animals, stupid elf.
Tila, it's time
I'm
to
going
seduce
to
the
use my
crawfish.
animal handling to try and calm it down.
It starts gargling again as it says out. It starts gargling again and gargling again.
So I can't use my animal handling at it.
Oops.
What is the DM's view on bestiality here?
Ugh.
Could you like grind on one of its claws?
You got to figure out where to put it.
Yeah, I don't know what a crayfish is into. But like smaller.
It's waving its arms about and it's gargling, and almost nobody can understand it.
You think it's a humanoid that was
Wait,
cursed to be
almost?
like a crawfish? Is that a thing?
Yeah, so who can understand it?
Yeah, you said almost.
I can understand it if I can touch it and it's friendly. But when I say I want to use animal handling, he's not saying anything. So I don't know if there's
Gets
anything I
angry.
can do.
Gotta touch it. Get in melee
I'm
range
trying
of
to
it.
calm it down with my animal handling first, but
We have to touch it to animal handle it, right?
no, you don't. You can animal handle, like shh, shh type thing.
Easy,
I don't know how you would.
Tila.
Gee,
Oh, can you?
eat
Because
some of
you
your
just-
berries.
The berries just heal things.
You might need healing.
So are you going to get close enough to touch it?
Well, I'm trying to calm it down before I get up close to it.
It's still waving its arms and gargling
Do we have any
aggressively.
fish? Let's try
They're
to
not
feed
even
it.
giving me a chance to. Like,
What?
Message doesn't seem to say there's a comment on.
Well, I mean, you could continue to move forward, even though it's waving its arms, but it sounds like it's getting agitated as you approach
well,
it.
if it's
so.
not friendly, then it's despawn's not going to work anyway.
Does anyone know
Alright,
calm
I'll just
emotions?
back up.
Can I try message with it? I don't know that I specifically can talk to it, but the spell doesn't say that I necessarily need to.
So
Where is it?
Post it in
while
chat.
you're fumbling around with that, I realized that I heard something.
Oh, did you?
Someone wants to know who's entering the chamber of the Guardian, and he's speaking to me telepathically.
Oh,
Oh,
He's speaking to you in a language that you understand.
Oh, it's out. It's out loud.
Yeah. He's speaking and you understand him, but no one else can understand him.
Okay, is it undercommon?
Yeah.
All right. Then we are a party of adventurers who are here to find some sort of religious relic to spank a necromancer.
and we're just looking around like, what the fuck are they saying?
So the giant crayfish notices that you can understand, and he understands you. So he gurgles back to you.
It wants us to leave. It's guarding this room, and it seems to say that it's sacred key, and we should leave before it loses its temper. I say that in common.
And as you're saying that, he's just kind of pacing back and forth in front of the giant boulder.
If he can talk to us, he can
Real-
be suggested.
real quick, Scott, why wouldn't you let me use animal handling to get its intentions or anything like that?
Because you were approaching it and it was getting aggressive.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does not want us in the room.
Yeah, he
But
doesn't want you in the
it
room.
should still let me figure out its intentions.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point of animal handling, is that I can
Well, he was doing that when you guys were basically coming into the room, so it's kind of just a timing thing.
Oh, so Scott, what you're saying is that it should have been obvious before the animal handling that he was
Yeah.
agitated, and
Yeah,
he shouldn't say,
I sent the
Okay.
message. I sent the message to Clay, but he didn't see it right away. So
oh.
Yeah,
no,
sorry.
no worries on that.
I spilled wine, so I was cleaning that up and distracting
Oh,
him.
okay.
So fair enough. Sorry, guys. So this garden is guarding this room, and he does not want us here. But this is our only exit. Is there any way you can talk to him?
That's
And
what I'm trying to do, but I'm not going to shut up whilst doing it.
I'm just asking you in character if you can speak to him and ask him if there's another way out of here or around.
Yeah, you guys seem to be pals. Maybe you can work some magic on him.
Convince him to let me ride him.
Yeah,
God, no.
I'm going to ask him what his sacred duty is.
It is to guard this room.
And who charged you with
Be
this
right
duty?
back.
Okay. Why? Kalkakia did.
All right. Well then, at this point, I'm going to cast suggestion,
Okay.
and I'm going to say that Kolkathea really wants us to be able to pass safely, and that he wouldn't want to upset his god by defying his will.
Okay. Do I need to make a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom save, yeah.
All right. What do I have to beat? 14.
Yes.
As you make the suggestion to the giant crawfish, he calms down a little bit and he goes, "Oh, if Kakakia says you can move through, that's okay with me. Just let me guard the room."
Okay. So I'll tell the party in common that I've convinced him not to attack us, and we can move through safely.
Yay.
Huzzah.
If
Fine
you were
work.
going to use it, I was.
Well, you told him because he couldn't understand you. All right.
Well, I don't want to metagame. I'm bad about doing that. I'm trying to be better about that.
Have you already looked up this whole game, Jeff?
No, and I don't do that even.
Okay.
I just know a bunch of stuff because I've read all the books a bunch of times.
Okay. Well, I really need to use the bathroom, so let's take a 5.
All right.
Fivers.
Okay.
Yeah, fivers. When it opens up on the door.
I was just thinking because now that he's friendly,
Water.
not openly hostile. But yeah, I got the timing thing because it was gargling at us as soon as we walked into the room, and then you tried to approach it, and then the telepath. Well, it wasn't even telepathic. It was just got that. But I was kind of wondering the same thing too. Like, animal handling would like for it to be a friend. Really like
Yeah.
Onesie. Danielle. I
What?
really like your shark onesie. It's very
It's
fitting
got a
for
fin.
the ocean theme.
Yeah, that I didn't even know about. It has a fin on the back.
Just the jaws. You look kind of terrifying with those giant jaws there. Well, this is going good so far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of is a little bit encouraging. Like I could maybe do this possibly. Do you think it would be fun to try and do like a little one-shot thing? And Clay, you'd be proud of me. I actually updated my whole character sheet with like everything.
Good for you.
Like you put all the good stuff in there for me, but then I like went in and put in all the little fine details. Like I've been putting it off forever, and I finally did it.
Very nice.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
No worries. We took a little 5 after Silmorn suggested that the party passes through the room unharmed.
Peacefully. Okay. Yeah,
It's a very good it's a very good thing that the crayfish is very dumb.
Oh, he used a suggestion.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Do we want to try and surround the crawfish and smash it? I feel like its shell would make some really good armor for like a shield.
I like
Seems
this idea.
excessive.
I think that we should count our blessings so that I could understand it and convince it to let us pass unharmed.
When you convinced it, like, was there any other dialogue that was relevant? Like,
so it said that we should leave. It's the Chamber of the Guardian, and it has a sacred duty.
and there's a stick in the middle.
Yeah, there's a bamboo stick. I didn't even ask him about that.
There's a bamboo stick and a large boulder in the middle of the room.
And it's the Chamber of the Guardian. Is he the Guardian, or is there another Guardian?
That's a very good question, Sean.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and ask him, is he the Guardian?
He responds, I am just a what's the word I'm looking for here? I am just a squire to the Guardian, basically.
Okay, where is the Guardian then?
He is in the room with us.
Okay, so this crawfish says that he's not the Guardian, he's only a squire, and that the Guardian is in the room.
I feel like we could take
So
a
he's-
squire, guys.
Well, the Guardian is here, and apparently invisible.
Is he invisible, or is he the stick, or is he a rock? Is he inside the stick? Apparently this is a dumb creature, so he wouldn't necessarily be able to tell us that.
Oh, are you asking the crawfish?
I'm not. I can't ask the crawfish
Oh,
anything.
okay. I was about to say you speak at it and it just looks at you and just gurgles with its arms flailing.
Love this. Okay, let's. Apparently, I need to. At some point, I need to meditate with my god and rethink all my selected spells.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ben.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh,
Careful before you sit down. Since you're not wearing pants. Okay.
Just as I've been sitting in this room, and they were going to be the last batch.
yeah, be careful with the no pants.
So the crayfish is letting you pass. What will you do next?
Can we? Oh, Silmorn, can we ask the crayfish if he's cursed?
If he's what?
Cursed to do this thing that he's doing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What is the nature of your task here? Are you cursed to do it for eternity? Are you working, 9 to 5, and then someone calls this for the weekends?
I love my master. I want to guard him always.
Okay, so in common, then he's willingly here.
That's unfortunate.
Very least brainwashed.
He's brainwashed, so he might be magically afflicted, or he's
Well, he could be actively, like, this is really, truly his calling, or he could be brainwashed. Either way.
He's definitely magically afflicted. I cast a spell on him.
Oh,
You'd think your
Well-
god would remind you of that.
fuck.
I could ask my god what we should do, or if the best course of action is the wise one.
Your god is useless.
That's just you heathen.
In
All praise to
Undercommon
Mary.
again, I'm going to ask the crawfish, which way should we go to fulfill our holy task?
And the crawfish looks around, and the crawfish looks east, west, and north, the ways that you have not gone, and he says, "I would not go north. I do not like that way."
Okay, so why don't you like that way?
There are bad things that way. I do not like it.
Okay, so the other two directions seem fine, but we were sent here to find a relic. Can you tell us where it might be?
Oh, a relic you seek. There is one hidden somewhere in this temple, but such a squire as I would not know its location.
Okay. So in common, I'll tell the party that the crawfish says we should not go to the north. There are nasty things there he doesn't like. He also says that he knows there is a relic hidden somewhere, but he doesn't know where.
I think we should go north.
Did your useless god tell you that?
If there's nasty things there, they're guarding something, and if we kill them, we can take it.
Well, that's certainly one opinion.
Marvin, you've got a bit of a one-track mind, don't you?
I'm here for one thing, and nasty things guarding it, probably.
Wants to kill them.
Well,
He wants to kill us.
I have not done anything to hurt anyone yet, except for some.
I've not
dust
heard
monsters.
another plan other than go north.
Let's go west first. Start and go, clockwise around the room.
Or we could surround the crab.
Yeah, we could surround the crab. I was thinking that earlier. And we could all pretend that we're petting it and then smash it to pieces.
What?
And I want you to remember that I somehow get fucking pegged as the murder hobo.
I was just thinking that, Sean. Just thinking it.
I don't think that this is a bad idea. Like, there's this stick in this boulder. Can we investigate the stick in the boulder without him being unhappy? Can you ask him if he can ask him if it would be okay for us to investigate his fancy stick?
Okay, so in Undercommon, ask him what would provoke him to discharge his duty of guarding the room. Like, what could we not do?
If you commit any violence in this room, the Guardian will awaken, and you do not want that.
But we can look at anything we'd like.
Please look away.
Okay, so in common, he says that if we commit any violence in this room, the Guardian will awaken. But we are welcome to look at anything we'd like. He won't stop us from investigating the area.
Let's check out the fancy stick. Who's the smartest character? Because it's not me.
It's definitely you.
Absolutely not me.
You remember you were the one that started smashing things, and that's how we got out of that room. That's street
true.
smarts.
Let's see. I'm wise. Well, my intelligence isn't that bad. I'll investigate the stick. I want to walk over and admire its craftsmanship.
Okay.
And I will say...
And that's fucking meta as shit, Sean.
Give me a perception roll on the stick.
I don't want to perceive anything. I want to investigate.
Okay, I'm sorry. An investigation roll on the stick.
Admire its crafting, and I don't know if it's crafted. I will investigate. I am not a good investigator. I am not a good investigator.
No, you're not.
As Armin picks up the stick and turns it around and looks it over and examines each end, he proudly turns to the party and says, "This is a stick."
Guys, it's a stick.
Excellent. I've acquired a stick. He said nothing violent. We could probably take it with us. Could I affix a spearhead to it?
No.
Turn stick into pointy stick.
It's a mighty fine stick.
If we had
No,
wizardry, he could do
Armin
an
and a
arcana check on
loincloth as a case.
I'm gonna ask the crawfish what its name is.
Name? I don't have a name. I am just me.
What do you like?
Give him a name.
Bestow
I've
upon
been
him.
down here so long, I don't remember what my name is.
Well, I think that you look a lot like an Alejandro to me.
Alejandro. I like the sound of that. Call me Alejandro.
Alejandro? All right, so Alejandro.
And he turns around to the boulder and he rumbles, "I am Alejandro."
He waves his
Okay, so the boulder is the guardian. He's guarding a rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him what the stick is for.
I'm waving it around.
That my idiot friend has.
He's waving recklessly.
And he looks over at the stick and he's like, "That's the stick I put into my shell when I can't reach a itch I need to scratch."
So it does have a
Okay,
pointy end.
shell scratcher.
Hey Armand, you're gonna love this.
Is it a spear?
No, it's cast scratcher.
How long
You
has
know
it
how
been?
funky that thing probably smells?
Does it? So could it do poison damage?
No.
I don't think so.
If you inhale it enough, it might knock you out.
I take the tip of it, I pull back the tip, and I sniff the end that is supposed to be funky.
Please tell me you've got to roll to get knocked out.
Vomit.
Constitution save against necrotic damage.
Oh, yes, please.
Give me a Constitution roll.
He pukes
Oh
on
my
the
God.
crawdads starting combat.
Oh, please.
Bam.
Hey buddy.
You smell the stick and you go, "Huh, it smells just like my soap."
Excellent. It's a clean stick.
Mm-mm.
The crawdad has good hygiene.
Soap. Soap.
You know, Tila, I would have suggested that for your poll for purposes, but maybe
Oh.
not. Maybe not.
Yeah.
No.
I ask everyone if anyone has an interest in this stick. If not, I'll put it in my bag.
I think that you should leave it for Alejandro.
That's
He needs-
fair. He's been nice to us.
He has been nice to us.
I will leave his scratching stick for him.
Alright, so the scratching stick stays.
So as you put the scratching sticks down, he gurgles in thanks to you for leaving his stick.
You have a nice stick, Crab man. I say that in common.
He just gurgles back at you, flailing his arms.
So I'm gonna ask if there's anything significant, like what is this boulder?
Why? This boulder is the guardian.
And when's the last time the Guardian awoke?
Well,
Yesterday.
Yesterday. What happened?
seeing as the crayfish doesn't perceive time the same as the rest of the party, he's like, "It has been a very long time."
And what happened when he woke the last time?
Well, the last time that we came through, some people weren't very nice to me, so the Guardian awoke, and he killed everybody.
How did he do that?
By swinging his claws, of course.
Okay.
Claws of a boulder?
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell the rest of the party that I think that the boulder somehow magically transforms into the Guardian, which should be another big crab thing, or crawfish, or whatever.
I think the crawfish is insane.
I mean, that's definitely a possibility.
Can we do like a insanity check? Actually, could you like interrogate it in such a way that you were a psychologist?
Interrogate it in such a way that what?
Interrogate it in such a way that you're asking it questions to determine its sanity and then do a medicine check? Is it better now?
It's yeah.
Okay.
When you get back, it kind of starts cutting out a little bit.
So could you ask it leading questions to determine its sanity and then perform a medicine check with that data?
You're trying to get me to psychiatrically diagnose it?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have a couch?
Couch is paramount.
I can conjure some things. Hold on. No, I cannot conjure a couch. I could conjure food and water. Are you hungry?
If you can't conjure a couch, there's nothing I can do for you.
All right. Oh, I have this spell called Sanctuary. That do. Never mind. I got nothing.
As the party lingers about in the room, the crab turns to Silmorn and says, "You guys should leave the room. Go out, explore."
Yeah. So the big dragon man said, "Let's go west." I say we go west. There's nothing more we can do here.
Did we want to I mean, are there actual doors in the room that we can investigate to see if any of them look like they lead somewhere, or
I mean,
we just want?
You have three other doors in the room, to the north, to the east, and to the west.
Yeah.
And we were told not to go north, but we're also told that a rock is the Guardian.
Maybe it's a rock lobster.
Yes.
I hate you, Jeff.
So let's go north. I think that is the obvious direction to adventure.
I think
Does
we ought to
does Silmorn want to go, or does Armin want to go north?
Armin wants to go north.
Of course he does.
Are these stairs leading up or leading down?
They're down.
Excellent. Farther, deeper.
All right. As Armin approaches the stairs, the landing at the foot of a short flight of steps is filled with mud and silt that partially blocks the door leading north. The door is meant to open inward, for there are hinges on this side and a large grip to pull on.
So it's a pull door. I'm good with pull doors. I go up and I pull it.
Displacing the dirt to where?
Give me a strength check.
I'm very strong. Hold on. Where's that at?
Oh, good. There's something you're good at.
I'm getting the idea he's very strong, like Warlord was a powerful wizard.
16.
Yeah.
You pull at the doors. The doors budge ever so slightly, but open no more than a tenth of the inch. But as you pull as hard as you can, the mud makes you slip. You lose your grip on the door handles, and you fall back into the mud.
Am I sinking or do I take damage?
You don't take damage. You fell in mud.
I'm gonna snicker quite loudly.
Mm-hmm.
This door is very heavy. I need some help pulling it.
No.
Let's.
Are we encouraging
Are-
this?
Are you guys? Is each one of you going to take a handle on the door and pull?
Sure.
Hold on.
All right, give me strength
I might
checks.
have something here.
Oh wait, maybe he's got something.
I cast guidance on myself and Jeff.
Oh sweet.
What does that do?
It
Add 1d4.
add 1d4 to ability checks.
Okay.
So I rolled a 9.
And I need to do another strength.
I rolled a 0 apparently.
All right. You both pull on the door.
Hold
The
on,
door
I get
budges a little
1d4.
bit.
I got 1d4. Okay, 12.
You both pull on the door. The door budges a little bit, but because of the slippery nature of the door, you both lose your grip and fall back into the mud.
I have an idea. Okay, this door is very heavy, but the hinges are on this side. What if we remove the hinges? The doors will just fall down.
I mean, we're making progress. If we just keep going, we'll get it open eventually.
Is the
How about we just go west?
we will
I
not
could
be defeated by a
fast
door.
calibrate and melt the door.
It's not the door that's defeating you. It's the mud.
You've already been defeated by it twice. And I mean, at this point, I pulled out my lute and I'm playing the Jeopardy theme.
I knew I should have bought that shovel.
I vote west. Fuck that door. We can come back to it.
Anyways, as good as any.
What if we try to ram into the door?
Oh, good. We're still on the door.
You'll close it more.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I will follow the
check
party.
this door out to the west here, Scott.
Okay. Give me a roll. Give me an investigation roll. It looks like a door.
Excellent. Let's open it.
This still looks like a door.
It actually looks less like a door now.
Yeah. You've been drinking and it's kind of fuzzy.
You're like, that's a wall.
It's a lump of wood.
Are
That
we
is
sure
one.
it's a door?
That is one hell of a door.
All right, somebody open the door.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly open the door.
The door is now open.
Excellent. We were not defeated by this door.
And there's some more stairs down, you simpleton.
Excellent. Is there more mud?
No, there's no mud in this room. It is just a clear stone pathway with a set of stairs leading down to another beaten bronze door.
This must be a trap.
You want to hit it with your hammer?
The door?
Just-
Absolutely. I'll do that.
Tackle the door. Grapple it.
So you want me to, I'm going to go up to the door and I'll hit it with my maul. Or my mace, sorry.
Okay. Give me a
Why
strength
don't we
check.
just open doors?
Smash the door.
Top knock.
12. You smack the beaten bronze door with your hammer, and the door rings loudly, and then it slowly opens up into. Make sure I have that. Into the next room. Oh, you're right. That was a strength save.
It does the same thing.
Close enough.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same dice were
As
rolled.
the door slowly opens up into this next room, Armin notices the room is wet and the walls are covered with a slimy white buildup. There is about 1.5 inches of water and mud blanketing the floor. Many overturned pedestals and pieces of broken statuary lie on the floor, partially buried in the mud. Opposite the entrance to this room is another door. Only one pedestal remains standing in the northwest corner. On it sits a small metallic 3-sided pyramid. Overhead in the shadow-draped ceilings are inlaid colored tiles depicting a starry sky and foaming strange patterns in the areas above the pedestals.
So this pyramid-looking thing, is this like an artifact on a pedestal?
I guess you could glean that, yeah.
I found the artifact.
We did it.
We did it. Let's get this thing and get out. Also, there's mud. I've
So
been
is the
there.
mud all in the room?
You said
Or
the
is it
artifact
everything else?
was in the northwest.
Yeah, the pillar on the northwest houses a small pyramid made of silver.
I want to
So that'd be right
check
here,
it
right?
out.
Okay.
That'd be right here.
Sure. Give me a religion check. 19. It represents the god of the moon and lightning. The falling statuary was made of stucco and depicts other gods. These include a coyote, a crab-headed figure, and an alligator-headed god, a feathered warrior, and a jaguar.
Oh, damn, a bunch of heathens again.
Yeah, I'm gonna relay that to the party.
So is the entire room muddy?
Sorry, Eileen. What's going on? What you guys doing?
I just told the party.
Oh, okay.
And Pikey wanted to know if the room was all muddy everywhere.
Looking at the art, it seems it.
So there's an inch and a half of water and mud blanketing the floor, and the walls are covered with a slimy white buildup.
Is this pyramid covered in that same buildup, or is it magically clean?
It is. It's got some muddy water on it, but that's about it.
Muddy water. Oh.
Does anyone have experience with white slime on walls?
None that I want to share with the party.
No, I'm thinking, but if we had killed that crawdad, I could get stomach to make a new baby mimic.
Let's go back.
Really?
So, like, sewn
That's
up in a
where you're
little
at
bit.
right
Let's go back.
now. No.
I tell Armand he should probably bring this sun and moon pyramid with us.
All right, so I walk over, and I'm thinking about how I want to grab it so as not to trigger the obvious trap. And then I push caution aside and I pick it up.
You're just gonna grab it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab it.
Where's the baby?
I'm not scared of
You're
it.
just grabbing. You're grabbing the pyramid.
Yep, I grab it.
Wait, how big is it?
Is it like hand size? Can I just pick it up?
It's small. Fits in your palm.
Okay, well, I grab it, I
a
throw it in my
small
back,
pyramid.
and I'm like, let's go, guys. Next room. This one was easy.
Well, as you go to grab it, give me a perception roll.
Excellent. I'm about to activate a trap.
Duh.
Maybe you'll see it. Maybe you won't.
As your hand goes out to grab it, you notice above it a bulbous wet mass clings to the wall above the pedestal.
Excellent.
And
Told me it's a slime.
And as you as you go to grab it, it starts leaking down the side of the pedestal. It starts leaking down the pillar towards the pyramid.
So when I grab it, I would have grabbed it, put it in my backpack, and immediately turned around to the party and said, "I've got it."
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, the rest of the green slimy mass covers the pillar on which you grabbed the small silver pyramid and starts to pool up around the floor within the tile that the pillar is in.
So
And you notice this.
I notice it? Okay.
Yeah.
There's a slime here, guys. I back away.
He's like, my job's done. Y'all are fucked up. So there's a slime oozing down and covering the floor that can we see, or
Everybody sees it happening. Just a wet mass of just like slime.
Is the room filling with slime?
No. It's just kind of coming. It's just kind of coming down from the ceiling. It was a trap that you passed. So
Oh, excellent. Well, I've got it. Let's go. Good job, guys.
I mean, if it's not activating on him, I mean, just let's see how far out of the room we can get. I mean, I'm good for just closing the door.
I've walked to the next door. I'm about to hit it with my maul. I mean, my mace. As is customary
Okay.
for me.
Wait, are we continuing further, or are we just going back?
No more. Are you not going to investigate the room anymore? Are you just going to keep moving?
We got the treasure. I mean, this is... Feel free to stop Armin, but he's got a very one-track mind.
Okay, so what's going on? What's
Okay,
going on?
that's what I'm asking the party. Does the party want to continue back now that we have an artifact, or do we think this is it? Or do we want to continue on and try and find something else?
Continue back through where?
I mean,
We fell into a hole.
Where the guardian was? Oh, I guess we did fall through here.
Yeah.
I guess we
We
could
gotta
ask.
figure out how to get out.
We could ask the crawfish if this is the artifact.
Let's just see what's in the next room.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
You're gonna continue west.
Yeah.
So the bulbous thing didn't drop down on us?
No, it kind of just. Hey, do you guys see this when I do this?
Yeah, something to the right.
Yeah. Does that help you out at all with orientation?
Ooh, I like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. So do you guys want to continue forward through the western door, or go back east through the door that leads back to the guardian's room?
Onward to a new door. Adventure.
Yeah, let's go west.
Okay.
Go west
So
on
what do
the-
you guys do to the door?
No one stops me. I'm going to hit it and try to open it again.
Let's.
Tila was-
I'm gonna say wait. Let's check for more traps before we just keep knocking down doors.
Fine.
Okay.
Worked so far.
Yeah.
I'll check the store.
Hey,
Okay.
Elf.
Give
It's
me
going
a
to be a long adventure if you don't move.
not an investigation check. Give me a nature check.
Okay. Exactly the same.
It's a tree. The
You
door.
notice that there is more of the green, slimy, wet mass hanging out above the top of the western door.
Maybe we should open this from a distance somehow.
I can probably open it with my mage hand.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do you want to use my
Alright.
hammer with your mage hand?
No?
I'm pretty sure the hand works like a hand, and
Okay.
hands can open doors without hitting them.
That, and I'm pretty sure that bulbous piece of shit weighs more than 10 pounds, and that's going to be
It's a light
No.
hammer. I'm not very skilled, obviously.
obviously.
Okay, so you're going to use your mage hand to open the door?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a cantrip.
Oh, even better. My mage hand on my wizard is not a cantrip.
Oh.
Really?
It's not.
I,
Really?
Or is it? I don't remember. Whatever.
it should be.
It should be.
Let's keep going. Okay, so you're going to see. So you're just going to use it to open the door?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you push forward with your mage hand, the door opens as a door normally would.
What about that
So-
bulbous?
I'm watching the bulbous thing, looking for signs of it.
And
walking through
as the door slightly swings open, the bulbous mass just starts oozing down over the doorway, and just kind of like sickly streaked water just kind of washes over the doorway until it covers the area in front of the doorway.
Like impassable, it washes over it?
No,
or-
it just kind of falls to the ground in front of the doorway and nothing happens.
Oh, so it's just gross. Okay.
Does it have flesh, or is it?
No,
like
it's just
ooze?
it's just a wet green mucousy mass.
So like Slimer.
Probably something you don't want, landing on your head, but
Yeah.
You don't want
This
to
is- If I had a shovel, could I hit it with a shovel?
If you wanted to.
All right, so then a shovel's a weapon, and I can summon a weapon in any form that I like. So I'm gonna summon a shovel and start moving the shit out of the way.
Where was the shovel when we had the mud?
You shovel all of the green wet mass out of the doorway, and now you have a for a moment you have a clear path out of the room before the displaced water and mud starts covering the areas that you shoveled out.
I dashed through the door.
Yeah, let's dash through the door.
As you dash through the door,
Armin fucking dashes through the door. Fuck your couch.
as you dash through the door, you enter the hallway that you could see from the door being opened by the mage hand. The walls and ceiling of this hallway are coated with slime, and the floor of the passage is covered with a layer of mud. Through this muck, a steady stream of water trickles northward. The stucco on the walls is flaking off, and there are glowing silver tracks in the slime crisscrossing on the walls and ceiling. Along the east wall of the passage stands a 12-foot-tall stone statue of a man outfitted in fine clothing and holding a stone tray in his raised arms. Its eyes appears to be black gemstone. The right one droops out of its socket, balancing on the statue's cheek, and from behind the left shoulder protrudes the hilt of a weapon, most likely a sword. The stone tray, as well as the forehead and the nose of the statue, are chipped and scratched.
Okay,
that's how it looks.
I want to investigate the sword, and I want to determine if it's a part of the statue or if it's a weapon we could take.
Okay, give me an investigation roll.
Invest.
Hey, this sword is not part of the statue. It looks like an actual sword.
Oh, shit.
Armin just grabs it and pulls it out.
Armin is going to party like
Hey
this.
guys, I found a sword.
Too bad you forget that is a 12-foot tall statue and you have to climb up to take the sword.
Okay, so I have not climbed. Okay, what do I need to do to get the sword?
He grounded him.
Sword!
That's all we think.
Oh, I'm standing on the floor, jumping up and down, trying to reach it.
Oh my God. Apparently gone insane.
I'm picturing you like the kid outside of the grocery store, like screaming for that stupid fucking pony that costs 50 cents a ride. Pony!
I want it.
Did you guys see the
One
picture
second,
of the
there's an
statue?
alarm going off, guys.
I do see it.
Yes.
It's a very fine picture.
Well,
So
wait.
that's all we see down the. I mean, is this down the hallway or at the end where Armin is looking?
So you're basically in the hallway that you see, and you see the the walls are covered with the floors are covered with mud, and on the eastern wall is the statue, 12-foot high statue with the sword and the black gemstones for eyes.
I'm not digging this place with all this the slime and mud and stuff everywhere. It's kind of creepy ass place.
Yeah.
And we keep descending.
Yeah,
Also
further.
kinda creeps me out. So let's just go as deep underground as we possibly can.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Hey, and we found a slime hole to make this our locale. Like, not a well-maintained mine.
Did anybody ever play Silent Hill? The room.
Is that number 4?
That's the one where he's trapped in his apartment.
Dude, spoilers.
I think I watched you play through it all.
Oh yeah, you did. That's right. That was the one I played through over at the house next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like these holes all the time, and he's like, hole with no visible bottom. I should just jump in and jump in the hole. It's like, okay. I mean, there's no other way out. It doesn't really have a choice. But I don't know. I'd be pretty hesitant to jump into a bottomless hole like that, even with no options. Like,
All right, I'm gonna swap my weapon back into a maul.
Okay.
So
Feel
that's
like
12 seconds gone.
I feel like there's definitely going to be some fighting coming up here soon.
I mean-
you guys, other than those statuettes, you guys really haven't fought anything yet.
Yeah. Hey, what would the attack die be for a shovel?
Seems like it'd be
1d6
an
or
improvise.
1d6, 1d8, something like that.
Hey, I mean, I could make that work. I get to add proficiency and charisma mods to it. Just fight with a shovel like a fucking sociopath.
And this is your Pact of the Blade, so you're basically a Green Lantern summoning a shovel weapon.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, what's more, my shovel is a focus for my warlock spells.
So not only do you make whatever weapon you want, it is also like you could be swinging, and as a bonus action spell, you could cast something else.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I can use a longbow as my focus weapon. As my arcane focus.
Why wouldn't you?
Where did Sean go? Did he say he was picking up?
I think his wife came in and tried to get something from him.
Oh,
My fire alarm in my garage keeps going off.
Oh, I see.
It's been disconnected
How's
now. So do I get
Okay.
to... Did anyone
All
else
right.
steal my thunder?
So we haven't done anything since you walked off. So basically, you see the statue. You notice that it is not a sword, but it is 12 feet up in the air. What do you want to do?
It is a sword. It is?
Yeah, I said it looks like this.
Okay.
From what your roll was, hey, this looks like an actual sword, not part of the statue.
But I can't reach it. I would
You
have
can't reach it because it's 12 feet up.
Okay, so if I wanted to, I would have to climb up it, making probably an acrobatics check. Or maybe get a boost from somebody.
a boost. I could boost you. Are you
All right.
talking out loud? Are you pondering the situation?
I'm pondering this out loud as in character. I can't reach this sword. Probably need a boost or some sort of magic or something.
Don't look at that tiny tiefling.
A tiny tiefling knocked on a door magically from a distance. Mage hand may be the best way to get this sword.
I can do that. It depends on how heavy the sword is,
Do we want to?
but I can definitely try.
Is there any risk to us trying?
No, not at all with the mage. I mean,
It's cantrip,
unless
right?
it's gonna, unless it triggers a trap if I grab it.
Okay,
yeah,
so-
maybe you ought to stand back.
In case this statue comes alive, I want to position myself in a defensive stance right in front of it to kind of block the party from being attacked by this guy if he comes to life. And
Okay.
Okay.
request
So what are you guys doing?
assistance with Mage Hand to pull the sword.
Okay.
What is it? Alright. I only have to be this close. So I'm gonna be back here. And I'll
Get
use
farther
my hand
away.
to try and- Yeah, fuck you guys.
I'm ready. Do it.
Hey, I'm game, but this seems like a terrible idea. So I'm gonna use my mage hand and try and grasp the sword.
Okay.
And take it out of the statue. From a
So,
distance.
so you were concentrating on using your mage hand.
Yes.
Let me scroll back up to your mage hand here,
Oh yeah. I mean, I can win.
or post it again for me.
I can do that.
Wish I could click on previous spells to read.
I've used Mage Hand more in this session than the entire game.
Which
Okay.
is excellent.
All right. So as you command your mage hand to remove the sword from the statue,
Yes.
The sword floats up, and it floats back to you, and you are now in possession of a sword.
What?
Excellent.
Is this like a 12-foot double greatsword?
Excellent double great sword.
I mean, is it twice as big as a sword?
I mean, if you want to roll investigation checks on this,
I feel like we could. I feel like maybe our perception would pick up how big the sword is as it floats over my.
I mean, I can roll investigation on it.
yeah, give me an investigation roll on the sword.
Just gonna.
Let's see.
I'm really hoping for a bad roll.
I haven't done an investigation check before. I don't know where it is.
With the rest of the skills.
I'm looking.
Left-hand side.
Oh, there it is. What?
Investigate.
Tila grabs the sword from her mage hand, and she pulls it forth, and she pulls it slightly out of the sheath, and she goes, "This is a long sword, but it has been it's made of it's inset with the jagged teeth of obsidian, and it does looks like it does some extra damage."
So you said it's infused with what of obsidian?
So it is basically it is a longsword +1.
But it has like sawtooth.
It is in fine condition, made of a laminated wood and set with jagged teeth of obsidian. It deals an extra 2d6 damage to any creature of the plant type. This is what Tila has gleaned from her investigation check.
So you've got yourself a machete for hunting plants.
Yeah, I think it's like those Mayan or Aztec swords.
Hey, if you don't want it.
I am not proficient in any kind of weapon.
I use a long sword, so that would actually be a pretty handy weapon for me. Seeing as I'm, the nature type anyway.
I would love to bequeath this to Smokey.
Yeah, let the stupid elf have it. She can chop up a precious forest.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you stop calling her a stupid fucking elf and I don't have to use it on you first, alright?
What is that, D?
I have no idea.
Okay, so G just had a 21 panic attack.
I rest my case regarding stupid elf.
I got real excited.
All right, so the sword has been removed from the statue. There are still 2 black gemstones in the eye.
Mage hand worked pretty good on that.
I mean, do we think this will trigger a trap, or I would think the sword would have, but if not, I'll mage hand the shit out of those eyes. Why not?
Just worried the statue of the life.
Tell me what you're gonna do.
That's true. That's what I'm worried at this point. Like, I feel like we got away lucky with the sword. I don't know that we need the eyes unless we think these are the magical artifacts.
I think we should press our luck as often as we can.
Hey, now, when you said that the eyes were drooping, I saw the picture of it. Are the eyes connected to something? Like, is it like?
All right, so imagine you've got a regular statue, and you've got they've basically been the eyes have been inset with jewels and everything.
Right.
One of them is kind of falling out, but
okay,
that's
it's
about
not
it.
like hanging about like an eye stalk, some unknown creature that's consumed inside of the statue or something.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's creepy to me.
One is partially falling out, and the other one is still inset prop.
Yeah, because if it's in a real statue, a regular statue, it would have just fallen to the floor. It wouldn't be hanging.
I think you should, since one of them's hanging out, I think you should go for it with the mage hand.
We could shoot arrows at it.
Let's club the feet until.
Fuck it, I'll use mage hand. I'll try and grab at the eyeball.
Well, only because one of them is already dripping out, and there's no signs of like an explosion or acid mark.
Okay.
I'm still standing in a defensive position in case the statue comes to life.
So
I'm
Tila uses her mage hand and she grabs
The
which
droopy
eye? She grabs the droopy eye, removes it from the statue, and it comes back to her. Nothing happens.
Is the statue made of stucco?
Do not smash it with your hammer.
I don't have a hammer.
It is made of stucco.
It is made of stucco. We could. Why are we using mage hand? We could just hit it until it falls off.
Oh, there.
Down.
Because somebody put it here. Do you really want to just destroy all the artifacts ever?
What if there's magic inside the statue? I mean, not magic, treasure.
What if the eyes are the treasure? We can just plug them all.
Well, there's.
Now I have a what is the gemstone?
The gemstone looks black. What would you like to do?
Let's investigate it.
All right.
I guess I mean I guess I will. See what this eye is all about.
You notice this as the very common. It is a gem of obsidian.
Nice. Hey guys, it's an obsidian gem. I just stole it off this guy's face.
So let's go get the other one.
Obviously. Norman's like, we need the matching hair.
We do. We do need a matching pair.
All right. Are you going to use the mage hand to grab the other one?
Fuck it, let's do it.
All right.
Fuck it.
As you grab the other eye,
Come to life.
nothing happens.
Oh, son of a bitch.
The snow collapses.
All right.
Alright. So now I've got two obsidian gem eyes.
They are worth 10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces each.
I'm super unimpressed with this statue, so I tap it with my mace.
As you tap the statue, give me a strength check.
I'm tapping it lightly. I'm not smashing it. So is that still a strength check?
Yeah, give me a strength check.
Oops, I accidentally broke it.
Oh my god. Sean.
You tap it and a resounding thud comes from the statue. Hey guys, this is a very solid statue.
Okay, it's not made of clay.
There's no hidden hollows inside of it?
Nope.
Not in the part I tapped.
You need to climb up to the head and tap the top, the crown. You tap the crown.
Tap.
Can we get the picture of the statue again?
It's in your journal.
Excellent.
I like that. That's
Look at your journal, asshole.
Crown.
I'd worship that.
That's even gods right there. Does it have anything on the tray?
Oh yeah, we forgot to check the.
Okay, I'd like to investigate the tray.
Well, you're gonna have
peruse
you
it.
gotta have to climb up to the tray first.
Excellent.
Nope.
Dragon Man, boost me.
Can't sweep it off.
So, can I get a boost, Jeff?
Yes, I will give you a boost. Dragon Man, good boost.
Okay, so
should I do athletics?
I think athletics would be like a cheerleader boost, right?
Yeah, you successfully boost up Armin.
How tall up is the tray? Is it at like?
Well, the tray. So the statue's 12 feet tall, and he's holding it. So I'm gonna say it's about 8 feet.
Okay, so if I'm boosted up, I could clearly see what's on the tray.
Yeah.
Do I need to investigate or?
Let's see.
Check it out.
Yeah, give me an investigation.
19.
That's an intelligence.
Oh, the same thing, right?
Give me an investigation roll.
Okay.
21. You look up at this. You as you get boosted up and you look over and you go, "Hey guys, this is a stone tray."
There's nothing on there.
There's nothing on the stone tray.
Okay, as I see it, I'm pissed about this because we put a lot of effort into that strength check or athletics. So I hit it with my mace.
You hit it with your mace. Give me a strength check. As you smack the stone tray, the statue overbalances and topples into the hall.
Like blocking the path or on top of me and Jeff?
Well, it falls forward, so you two are off to the right, so it doesn't fall onto you.
Excellent planning, Jeff.
But you need to. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Both of us?
Yes, because you're boosting him up. So.
Oh my god.
Ouch.
Oh no.
He left you out to dry.
Oh,
So Armin hops off of you and falls back and takes no damage.
ooh. But Jeff.
But Dragon Man takes 7 damage
7 damage.
as chunks of the statue break apart and rain upon him.
Yeah, I can't help you there. It's 4 damage.
And you realize that was like totally caused by you guys, just like, ah.
Hey, I
That
didn't
would be completely unnecessary in every form. Yeah.
hold up on top of the tray. I wasn't about to smash it.
It was like the only damage you've taken in this game was self-inflicted.
Oh my god.
I brought
That's
so many
true.
med kits to try to heal people, and this is all that's happened.
As the statue falls forward, though,
Nothing happened.
or as the statue topples and completed, a secret passage opens
See?
Behind the statue?
behind the statue.
I accidentally did it, but Armin is a genius.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
God
We're never
help
gonna
us.
Hey guys, there's a
No,
hidden
he's
hidden
not.
passageway here. You can thank me and the
The-
Dragon Man for finding it.
The hidden passageway is 4 feet above the floor, so it is up in the air.
Can we just climb on
oh,
the
good.
remains of the
So
statue?
as it falls forward, and Armin and Numagaras peer in, they notice that water beads collect upon the walls of this narrow passage, and the flooring is cold and damp. A low ceiling, only 5 feet tall, further cramps this dank place. So it is a 5 foot tall secret passage.
I'm a little. I stand about 5'10", 5'6", or 5'10" or 5'11", so I'm gonna have to crouch.
Right. You're also gonna have to climb up. So if you're gonna climb up, give me an athletics check.
Could the statue's remaining rubble be used as steps?
It'll give you about a foot, maybe 2 feet. So you still have 2 feet.
2 feet
You're
of
gonna move
climbing.
too. So
Sure, I'll roll a athletics check for a 2-foot climb.
holy shit! You climb up with like the dexterity that no one has ever seen before. You are in that hidden passage.
He's up there like a fucking wombat. Nice. So Armin's gone, and we're all like, "Oh Jesus Christ! Did he just run in?"
Because of course he did.
Apparently,
gonna
insanity
follow
runs
him.
in the family. You got a
What's-
necromancer on one side and a crazy cleric.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Oh, I'll help people up.
Yeah, I will too.
So we got a booster and a puller.
So I would think that we don't even have to roll checks on
No,
this.
if someone helps somebody else up into the hole, it's fine. You don't got to roll.
All right.
Armin was just so gung ho about getting up into that hole that he had to roll for it.
He had to get deep in that hole.
He really wanted in the
fast
hole.
as fuck.
Really?
He wanted in that tight, wet hole.
He did it. He was in there too. Deep in that hole.
Okay, so I'm only 4 foot. Can somebody just throw me?
You don't even have to bend over. You're like comfy in there.
No, this is tiefling chucking.
I will get out of the way and go to the end of the tunnel to take a peek while y'all
I
are
just
climbing.
assume- Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Somebody help me out.
I'm going to assume Dragon Man threw me down the hole.
I will come to the back. I will come back to the end of the tunnel and help the Dragon Man.
Yes, please assist me. I am
Yes.
So I help Dragon Man up.
Everybody's up in the secret passage now.
Yes.
This is like Die Hard air duct kind of thing.
Yeah. It's 5 feet tall. Everybody's crouching. Everybody except Tila and Smokeen are crouching to walk forward.
When I bust out of the inn, I'm gonna yell "Yippee-ki-yay!"
Of course you
are. Is there room for us to switch places?
Is there room for you to what?
To switch order in the air duct.
I mean, if you climbed over each other, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can get around anyone, but
well, I'm gonna feel like Mike Armin is not very stealthy, and this is probably not his shining moment. Someone should step forward and lead down the air duct.
You want me to squeeze past and be sneaky?
I do.
sneaky.
Okay. I'm gonna squeeze past and be sneaky.
Go from banging on doors with hammer to, hey, let's be sneaky.
I'm in an air duct. I'm not comfortable in this situation. Armin is... Actually, now Armin is claustrophobic. He doesn't like this.
All right, so are you guys going... Are you guys in position?
I think so.
We're in position for something to happen now.
Roll initiative now. All
duct.
right. So as you reach the exit of the secret passage, you enter the next corridor. The hall is strewn about with mud and flotsam. Water accumulates in the center of the corridor and flows westward to where a stone block in the southern wall has shifted out of place. This is where you came out. The corridor turns north, and the flow of water follows it, and then goes under a door made of bronze-bound wood. The door has a handle and a keyhole.
I don't need a key. I hold up my mace.
Didn't we have a key?
First and just see what's at the end.
We do have a key. Who's got the
I'm gonna
key?
keep going this direction. Oh, I mean, I still have the key from the beginning of the...
Yeah.
If you want to keep going north, we can do that. I mean, not north. Not north. That's where we're going.
East. East is up.
And I also have some lock-picking skills.
What's this up here?
Oh, everyone's just going. Where did everybody go?
Everybody's up and east.
Armin is being as sneaky as he can be in his heavy armor.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Clank.
All right, so you are all at a door. What will you do at the door? I'm going to move Umagares up.
I know what Armin's going to do if you don't stop him.
I'm not stopping him. I'm encouraging him.
At this point, fuck it.
Fuck it. Let's
All right, I'm going to knock on the door with my mace.
Okay, give me a strength check.
I asked back here.
That's not.
You hit the door with your hammer, and the door opens as any normal door would. But once the door flies open, a faint melodious sound comes from ahead. It's difficult to tell whether it is someone singing or the echoing of dripping water in the great cavern.
Or of maces hitting doors.
Hang on, let me...
That only sounds musical to Armand.
He loves the sound of smashing.
So, as you hear, it is difficult to tell whether it is someone singing or the echoing of dripping water from the cavern.
What's a Nereid? Nereid? Nereid?
Not good.
Roll for initiative.
It's not a good thing.
Oh, that's what that is.
I'm kidding.
I was going to say, shut the door. Go back.
So as the door opens, sitting on the beach in front of the crystalline pool is a woman, young and slim, with long golden hair and pale white skin. She radiates a soft silvery light, even though her shawl, white as the froth of the waves, is. She is singing in a strange melody in an unrecognizable language. After she finishes her song, she enters the water in a long, arching dive.
So out of character, we found a siren. In character, Armin's going to go in there.
Oh no.
Is she naked?
Not while wearing a shawl.
Oh, she was wearing a shawl. Oh, okay. I missed that part. Thank you. She looked naked when I was looking at.
So she has, back to here, she has hopped into the water and disappeared.
Come back. We want to interrogate you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use the bathroom again. I'll be right back.
I do not remember much about New Year.
Same.
I don't think they're sirens. Like, sirens are bad news. Just fucking, like, mind
I
control.
would think more like water nymph, but
Yeah.
I have no idea what.
I just assumed that we found a beach in a dungeon and a singing lady that she's going to tell me to kill myself.
She might. I can't remember if they have mind control.
How do you resist mind control? Is it intelligence?
Like intelligence or wisdom?
Wisdom?
The two.
That might be alright.
I would fail both.
Paladins should be wise, right?
No. Paladins exude charisma. I just have to be able to influence the hearts and minds. I don't have to know shit or be smart. Have common sense.
There's something waving at us in Scott's background.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, that's about right.
So what are you guys going to do?
2, that's about right.
If no one stops me, I'm going to walk in that room.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk in too.
Okay.
So the two impulsive boys walk into the room after the pretty lady. You
Yeah,
got it.
Lauren, she's pretty. She's.
I walk up to
Yeah.
right before the
And then a little
water,
bit.
and I try to gaze into the water and find her again.
I'm missing a D.
You're going to try and find her again?
Yes, only I'm not stepping into the water. I'm staying on the beach and on the sand, and I'm looking into the water trying to catch movement or see something.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. You see slight movement under the water, and she resurfaces again and just stares at you.
Hail and well met, mermaid person. Mermaid person? Is that what she is? Water nymph thing.
Vermont thinks she is.
Wow.
I hailed
You could
her.
just stop at hail and well met. That's it.
Hail and well met, fine lady.
She gurgles a response to you.
I don't speak gurgle gurgle.
Oh my god.
Silmorn, do you speak this?
Yeah, do I understand these gurgles?
She speaks again in kind of a hissing tone.
I don't speak hissy hissy.
I'm gonna ask her if she speaks Undercommon.
She recognizes the tone in Undercommon, and she says, someone who can understand me.
Yeah, my friend thinks you, and wanted to know if you could get your Snapchat.
Oh, he should come in and swim with me.
I like.
I tell Armand that she's invited him in for a swim.
I'm not a great swimmer. I think. I don't know. What's a swim stat? Is that acrobatics?
athletic?
You wear too much armor to.
I've got a lot of armor on. I'd have to get naked.
Yeah, you would. And she motions to Armin, come, swim with me.
Okay, so she is like a siren.
Does someone want to save me before I do something stupid?
Do you want to save yourself and say no?
You can do.
Motherfucker, the words are N-O.
Hey, Armand, I don't think that it would be a very good idea to follow to the water.
You're the one that suggested it.
You did do that.
She keeps motioning to Armand, come.
Oh my god. And I'm
Let's
going to have to
swim
use
together.
suggestion on Armand to not get in the fucking water.
I feel like Tila and this water thing could have an excellent conversation.
No.
Not like a flirty conversation, like as two people of a similar industry.
You talk shop,
Yeah.
seducing men.
I don't think I speak gurgle is the issue.
Oh, that's fair. You have do you have telepathy or some sort of message thing?
I could be in just as much trouble as you are.
How
She
deep?
looks at Silmon and repeats, come, why don't you and your friend come swim with me?
How deep is the water?
Oh no.
Please
Do roll an investigation check.
I'm gonna have to.
The water looks deeper than you are.
Deeper than what?
The water looks deeper than you are tall.
Oh, so I'd have to leap in.
I'm gonna go up and just cover his eyes and ears.
How do you do that? Like a Batman mask?
It's really. Yeah.
What are you doing to me, woman? Can't you see she wants to swim?
Yeah, she wants to swim forever.
Someone needs to do something. And Armand is
I'm
likely to jump in.
She looks back at Silmorn and she starts to get agitated. Does no one want to swim with me?
No.
No, I don't think anyone does.
I'm
Someone
jealous
does.
that she's beckoning to Arm, and not because I'm.
Oh. If you won't swim with me, I will make you swim with me.
Well,
And as she does that,
she does.
sorry, hang on. I'm trying to switch between doing shit. So, as she does that, the waves and everything start to froth and broil.
You need an ice magic person to freeze the waves.
Yeah, I don't think she's very happy with your refusal to swim. But I still think it's not a good idea to swim with her.
I don't think it is either.
And as she gets angry, a giant lightning eel appears above the water.
Fucking what? Lightning eel?
Is this something she summoned, or is this her true form?
Oh, that's a very good question. It appears above the water.
It's above the water?
Yeah,
Like
its head comes out of the water and it's looking in your general party's direction.
Hail and well met, lightning eel.
Hello, friend.
The waters heave and broil, and the watery form of a human with an elephantine head wearing an elaborate headdress holding a trident rises up. The eel approaches the surface and strikes at the air in front of the party.
It strikes at the air in front of the party, not the party.
It doesn't strike the party. It an absent strike, just kind of threatening.
Is he bucking at me?
Then the Nereid says, "Does nobody want to swim with me?"
Not anymore.
I'm gonna wave at her like, "Hey, come over here. Hey, hello."
Hi. Hello.
Look, I know it looks about the same size as your dragon dick, but do not go in after
Do not.
The eel. Should I make a lewd gesture at her with my dragon dick? Should I wave it around like, "Hey, it's over here"?
Pantaloons down and just kind of helicopter it.
Wearing no pantaloons. That thing's just dragging behind me as I walk.
Wow.
It's been hanging out the whole time. How's nobody noticed?
Hanging out the whole time.
Why do you think he was bringing it up to rear? He didn't
want anyone to step on it.
Exactly.
That's not a tail.
So
Yeah, well,
the
we're talking like this far back.
the Nereid chews away the giant lightning eel as if just passively just kind of shooing it away. Says and turns back to the party and it's just like, does nobody want to swim with me? She says to Silmorn.
No one's gonna swim with you. I tell everyone in common that we should probably be ready for a fight because she's getting very agitated.
I have a spell that we could cast to try to interrogate her. But I would have to cast it and you would have to lead the interrogation, Clay. Obviously. I could cast Zone of Truth on her.
Yeah, obviously.
So what does the party do to the increasingly agitated creature in the water?
Or we could throw sand at her.
No. The Hades thing has one force to make it think something. But if it damages her.
Can somebody do minor
No,
illusion
not
or something?
necessarily.
Can anyone do illusions?
I can. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at my illusion. Can you see the thermaturgy on her? Holy spoons, flame flickers. Open a door or window now. Is that yours, Twin?
Yeah, I don't think that I can make someone like I could put a dummy in the water that didn't move. That's not gonna be convincing.
You could make a illusion of me jumping into it and be like I turned into two people with magic.
Well, no, like I said, I don't think I can make a moving thing.
Oh, it's got to be like a static object.
I can use this and fill her mind with the illusion that someone is swimming with her. Make her believe that Armin's jumped in the water and is swimming off with her.
That's a good idea.
See what she does.
She reacts.
Yeah,
And then
if
when
I
she-
put it far enough away, she won't. I mean, she'll believe the illusion and she won't get injured from it unless she passes through it.
And if she passes through it, what? The illusion is me strangling her in the water or something?
No, I mean you take damage. You take psychic damage that way, and then we're in combat. So
Yes, but the damage would be from the illusion of Mond striking her with a hammer. So she would be pissed at her.
I'm going to kind of patrol the edge of the water to about right here. I want to see how deep this stream part of it is.
All right, give me an
What?
investigate.
And I'm walking around casually, keeping an eye on what's her name.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, the narrative is trying to seduce them.
Like I said, you don't have to do damage. But you wanted to make it do damage.
So the stream portion, like directly in front and to the side of you, that's what you're looking at?
It does not deal damage.
This part right here.
Something that would naturally cause her damage.
Okay, that part, that looks to be about, it's a stream that looks to be about 3 feet deep as it cuts into deeper water.
Okay. Would I be able to determine how fast the current's moving?
It's moving at an average pace.
Okay, so if I were to step in it, it wouldn't cut my legs
wouldn't-
out from under me and drag me in.
It would not sweep you into the water, no.
I'm gonna go ahead and point out that we've moved back around, and we are very near to where we met Alejandro.
Yep.
We may have met the things that he said are not very nice.
That's
This
what I'm
was-
assuming is the.
Yes, this is the northern room. So, do we want to put an illusion of someone, swimming in the water and get out of here?
I think that's a great idea.
Tell
Well,
her
I don't
we
know
def-
about getting out of here, but just see what happens.
Tell her we
we can
defeated
just-
the Guardian, and we're coming for her next.
You stupid.
Someone's not quite dumb is Armand. So I'm going to tell her in Undercommon that someone's about to come swim.
with her.
And then I'm going to tell Armand in Common that, yeah, I told her.
Yeah.
You told her that? You told her what I told her?
Which one of our friends is it?
We should play rock, paper, scissors on the beach.
I'm jumping in. I'll give her an illusion if someone wants to do that.
Yeah,
but,
so do it.
Yeah.
Okay. What, you were just talking about. Jump in. Alright, so I want to cast Phantasmal Force then. And,
Should I walk out of the room and make like I'm getting naked so I can jump in?
Yes, do that.
Yes.
It's like
I'm very aroused.
I say to her, "I'll be right back. I need to change clothes." And I walk out of the room and I hide behind the
All
door.
right.
I like to get naked in privacy.
I'm rolling on the shoreline.
What is
like,
the
come
what's
on.
the intelligence saving throw I need to make?
15.
Yeah, 15.
15. Okay. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force and close it near Nereid, so she sees Armand jumping into the water and swimming.
Okay. All right. So as you cast it, the illusion of Armand on the edge of the water, diving in to join the Nereid in swim. And as the illusion of Armand dives in, the Nereid hisses and says, "I know an illusion when I see one." And she pulls. Wait, where did?
Apparently, I have the ability to delete stuff.
You do? Oh, I need to take that away. You were right there.
You hear me gasp? I was like, everything disappeared.
And as she is aware that it is an illusion, she shapes the water and drags Numagares into the shallow end of the water in front of you guys, in front of the party.
She didn't really have to drag me. I kind of was already wrong, so I just kind of lit in.
So if this is happening, Armand
Roll
is
for initiative.
excellent.
Should I even roll? Because technically, I'm kind of like entranced by the Nereid.
Are you? I thought you were
I
just.
thought you were
I was-
physically captured.
I was
Yeah, me
entranced,
too.
like from the hallway.
Oh, you're digging her.
I'm playing this in character. Like I saw her and I was like, "Oh shit!"
And then once he's entranced, there's absolutely no possibility for rational thought because all of his blood's gone.
It's all. I'm actually
Surprised he
anemic at
doesn't
this
pass
point.
out.
I'm anemic because it left the one spot.
All right. So now that combat has started,
We don't-
What's up?
Jeff's not an initiative.
You're right. He is not. Jeff, roll initiative.
Excellent.
I got a 19, but I again forgot that. Yeah, maybe I've had too much to drink.
Well, that's a natural 20. Does that put him first?
Even though it's low.
It was a nat 20.
Yeah, because he's got minus one initiative.
Oh yeah. Roll yourself into the turn order and help.
Okay. All right. So for my action, am I actually Aaron? Is she like in the water with me?
Yeah, she is. She has moved up to you. She's If you can, do you see the?
Yeah.
That's where she's at, compared
Okay.
to you.
Like adjacent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna forward a little bit, and I'm gonna grab her in a crushing embrace.
Okay, so you're gonna grapple her.
Yeah, I want to be
Okay.
A lot.
All right.
like hard.
All right.
And
Does he get to roll with advantage with that dragon dick?
Disadvantage.
Armed strike.
You're rolling at a disadvantage because you're not only in water, but you're also you were kind of pulled in surprisingly.
Okay. So should I do an unarmed strike?
Because an unarmed strike. Because why?
Because I'm hugging her. So what I'm thinking is, for role playing purposes, I am so entranced by her that I'm grabbing her and I don't realize my own strength.
So it's like a hug.
Sure. Yes.
So I'm like crushing her because I want to be on her so.
Something else just rolled into initiative.
No, I placed him in there manually because he didn't.
I picture her like kind of water, kind of like being out of water.
I was picturing more of the first.
All right. So you rolled an 18.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
I am crushing her in an embrace.
So are you doing an attack or a
It's kind of it's more really, but I'm hugging her and I just like, for my 18 strength, I'm kind of crushing her in embrace.
Okay, so we'll count that as if you're not going for a full-on grapple, I guess we can rule it as a straight on.
Okay.
So you as you were pulled into the water by the Nereid, your surprise is only momentary as you expertly flip around and grab her upside down and lead her into a crushing embrace, doing the 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. That'll work too.
So what does she do?
So she's kind of like incapacitated. I've got her grappled.
Right. So
and
the
she takes 5 damage.
Right, she has taken 5. She is. Did we rule that she was grappled?
I don't know.
You should do a strength check for that.
I'm going to.
And that's basically 2 actions, right? Doing the attack and doing the grapple.
Yeah, so she's from the crushing embrace. She is going to try and break free of his. And as she attempts to break free from from the embrace that Numagares has placed upon her, she thrashes about, but ends up throwing herself into the basically the embankment of the wall, and she causes herself 2 damage.
That was pretty successful. So 7 damage.
7 damage on, yeah. So now it is Smoke.
Did she move into the?
So she moved basically into the embankment closer to the shore, but not quite.
So she seduced me a little bit too successfully.
Okay. So you're both still underwater.
Okay.
Next turn.
Can I see where she's at underwater, or
You Gares, but because of her passive bonus, she is invisible.
okay? There isn't much I can do, so I'm just gonna take action and ready my longbow, and at the first sight, take a shot.
Okay.
So.
All right. So now it is Armin's turn.
Armin saw the dragon man go underwater and sees that Danielle's guy has readied an arrow. So he wants to bring the fish lady above water. Have anything for that? Not me being bait?
was a little bit too successful, I think.
Armin's gonna get his spear out
Flash?
and charge and leap into the water to try to fight with the thing.
Okay, so
But you loved her.
position yourself.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then from there I'm going to use some of my movement to jump into the water and have my spear out to try to do like a diving downward into the spot where she was before.
Okay, give me an attack.
Not proficient in any weapons. So
This is an attack roll with disadvantage.
Dun, dun, dun.
oh wait, I clicked on the wrong one. Sorry. I meant to do the spear. That can still be my hit roll if you want, or I can roll it again.
So 5 is your roll.
No, that's a natural one.
All right. So as you dive into the water to attempt to stab at where the Nereid was, as they were thrashing about, you hurt yourself.
Am I sinking?
No, you jump into the shallow, and you were unable to gauge how deep the water actually was. So when the spear stabs into the ground, the butt comes back on, tagging you in the chest, and you take.
They should have just had me take belly flop damage.
Ooh.
And you take 1 damage.
Okay, I'll take 1 damage.
So he's got the wind knocked out of him right now.
Basically, he knocked the wind out of him.
But I'm in the water, right?
But you're in the shallow part of the water now.
All right.
That hurts.
My spear attacked me, guys.
Floundering around looking like you're drowning in 2 inches of water. Great.
That's me.
Next up is Pikey is.
All right, so she's smart. I don't like this. Knocks out like a lot. She hasn't hit me yet, so I can't rebuke her.
Basically, Jeff.
I love the fucking movie. What is happening?
Let's see if this works. I don't know. I'm trying to decide. She passed my intelligence. My wisdom save would be the same DC, right?
All of your spells are the same DC. However, you assume that she's probably an equal challenge to us.
Yeah.
Her pluses to her DC are probably about the same as yours. So she's roll at least a 10.
Yeah.
Which is half and half, my opinion.
Like I said, I figure I got a stabby stab. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna move to her. I gotta be melee-ish range. All right. Do I get flanking and get to roll with advantage if I melee her from here?
Yeah, since she's being grappled, yes.
Okay.
She's invisible still, though.
But she's being grappled, so you have a general
I
idea.
have that's what I was thinking. I have an idea of where she is. Just don't stab my friend.
Exactly.
All right, let's see. Ooh.
Poke.
All right. So as you go in to stab at the Nereid, the thrashing about from Numagares and the Nereid are too great, and you just miss your chance as they thrash out of your stabbing range.
Nice.
We're not really doing
Next
great,
up
guys.
is Silmore.
No.
No, we're not at all.
Unless she has some shit throws. I'm screwed.
We should go convince Alejandro to save us.
I don't think I can get that door open.
It would probably be a trap.
I mean,
Well, I mean, there was all that mud on the other side. You couldn't open it.
we're
Yeah.
pushing it from here and not holding it.
Yeah, but there's still the mud. Like, the physical barrier is still there.
I just didn't know if it'd be easier to push than hold. Because mud keeps trapping in. And...
Get a crack in it, yell, Alejandro, come save us!
Alejandro.
Don't call my name, Alejandro.
I'm gonna come up and
Mhm.
make an attempt to smack this thing in the face with my hammer.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
As you bring, as the Nereid and Numagares are thrashing around in the water, Silmorn approaches the shoreline and brings his hammer down as Numagares swings the Nereid into position, hitting and damaging the Nereid for 12 bludgeoning.
And I will be doing that again.
Attack twice instead of once. Do you have to roll again? Okay.
I mean, if you think that I don't have to.
Well, I mean, you smack and then you come back to do it again. All right, so
So is
yeah,
she
you can.
still
I mean,
invisible, or
she's invisible. It's like so Numagares has her grappled, but she's invisible. But it's very obviously that he's grappling something, right? And you guys are like trying to hit it while he's wrestling around with this invisible thing in the water, basically. So as you bring the hammer down and do your 12 points of bludgeoning damage, you bring your hammer back up and you try to bring it back down. But Numagares has thrashed out of your out of the arc of your swing again, and you swing at empty air.
Well, that's not fun. But that's what I've got.
Right. So Jeff can continue his hug battle now.
So it is back to Numagares. What does Numagares do?
Well, since she's at least the same size as me, I guess I'm just going to pull her up onto the shore. I'm
Okay.
not actually seduced by her. That was just my,
I mean, she's rejected you at this point, I think.
I'm dragging her up onto the shore.
God, a
Okay.
fish
Well,
this
as you come out of the water, I guess give me a strength check on that to pull her out of the water.
I shouldn't have to.
No?
When you move, you can drag or carry the grapple with you, but your speed is halved.
Okay, all right, that's fair. All right, as you pull her out of the water, her invisibility cloak drops, and she is now can be seen by the entire party.
So she ends up
Oh.
right here. I'm going to stop right there.
so she can be
she's
seen?
right here.
Can I take that shot that I didn't get to take
So
last round?
Now that she is out of the water, your ready to action goes off as Numagares pulls her out of the water and flops her onto the shore. Her invisibility shell drops, and your ready to action takes effect.
Pump that bitch.
So as Numagares wrestles her out of the water and throws her onto the shore, she becomes visible again to where Smokeen turns and lets loose her longbow at the Nereid. Roll for damage.
6.
Doing another grand 6 damage to her.
And then I get a second attack.
Okay.
14.
All right. And as you plug her with one longbow shot, she writhes in pain as you plug her with another one. Roll for damage for another 6.
Got a lot of health.
All right. Does that resolve all actions?
I still have an
Yes.
action,
You still have an action?
and since speaking is a free action, I'm going to ask her submits
Wait, you're going to ask her what?
in common if she submits.
As you ask her in common if she submits, she just hisses back at you with no interest in conversation.
All right, I'm going to release my grapple because like you said, I threw her onto the shore, so I'm not grappling her anymore.
Okay.
I'm going to smash her with the warhammer for 12.
He
So
did
as you,
ask.
what was that, Pikey?
He did ask first.
Yeah. So as he flops her onto the shore, he pulls out, or Numagaras pulls out his warhammer and brings it down upon the body of the Nereid, damaging her for 12. She cries out in utter pain as she sits there on the shoreline, writhing in agony.
She's still alive.
She's still alive.
Writhing. Not death throes, but writhing.
I think it's
My
her turn.
It is her turn.
She should try to retreat. We'll get attack of opportunities from everyone.
Good, jump back in the water. See what
As
happens.
the hammer comes down upon the Nereid from Numagares and does the damage, she reaches back out. She reaches back out upon so she reaches back out and swipes at Numagares, who must make a Constitution saving throw.
Kitty, kitty.
You're pretty constituted, right, Jeff?
Fairly well constituted.
No. I like your
She's
shoulder
so in
cat.
the way. She's so in the
As she swipes at him, her palm comes across his chest but does nothing, and she falls forward. That is her turn.
Is she sure she doesn't want to submit?
This is serious right now.
Really want to die? Really?
Somehow I fell out of the game.
I saw that.
Oh.
It's your turn, D.
I know, I'm coming back.
He's like, I fell out of the game.
Just boop.
You want to give her another? There we go.
Hit her with your Tamoachan war sword.
Is she a plant?
Hell yeah, she is.
Versus-
Can we polymorph her
She's a
into a
vegetable.
plant? She's gonna be a vegetable.
She's made of carrots.
I knew it.
Okay, I'm going to do my normal thing and just shoot her with my bow, because that does more damage.
Oh, that bitch.
Don't do that, D.
Why?
Aren't you
You're
just?
too close.
Yeah, you're point blank.
Ah, shit. I didn't
Hit her
realize
with the
that.
Tamoachan war sword.
You gotta jump
She's a
back in the game.
she's a carrot.
Hit her?
14. So as the Nereid sits writhing on the shore of the pooled room, Danielle Smokine brings down her longsword +1 that she had recently found on the statue in the previous room, hitting the Nereid for 9 damage. The Nereid cries out as blood gushes from its torso and it keels over dead.
Dun, dun, dun.
It
She
should
was a
be.
carrot.
She was a kid. Bitch.
Told you.
As the Nereid dies, the water at the pool starts frothing.
I think
Well,
the eel is coming out now.
It's eel time.
The eel emerges from the water in an aggressive, fiery rage, knowing that its master has just died.
He wants a hug.
And none of us are in the water at this point.
No.
Can I
So-
roll?
Initiative will stay the same, but I will roll for this guy.
Can I try an intimidation check on it?
Hang on just a second.
Sure. Since we just killed its master, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you gonna do? Lick your hammer and say you're next?
So the giant eel comes out of the water, just kind of thrashing about, just working up a froth in the room and everything, knowing that its master has just died.
So
It is so that was Dee's turn. We're gonna work our way through the order since that's how it is. So the next up will be Armand.
I got a giant fish thing in the water. Fish thing.
I'm gonna yell at Armand, stay your ass out of the water.
I really think I could use my vehicle proficiency to ride him.
Pretty sure you can.
Pretty sure that would end horribly.
Okay. Armand listens to his friend, who knows better than him most times. And he's gonna pop off a sacred flame at the fishman. Or I mean the eel. So fishman needs to make a DC 14 dexterity save. Or suffer the wrath of radiant damage.
Well, you got to see that one, so the
Very dexterous fish.
the fish, what was this attack? Sacred Flame?
Sacred flame.
Okay, so as you cast your Sacred Flame at the giant eel, it dives below the water, dodging the flame that it recognizes as a flame, before coming back up above the water, seething in further anger and rage.
Bitch is pissed.
He's not happy to see me. Or anyone.
It is now Tila's
What?
turn.
Why'd you just make him angry?
He was mad before. Don't put this on me.
Yeah, well, you fucked up.
It's difficult.
You jump fucked
I
up.
know everything is difficult when you're that dumb. Very difficult. I am going to cast Phantasmal Force right the fuck in front of him.
What do I need to do? I need to...
What is that? It's
DC 15 intelligence save.
Okay.
15. I can't remember whether it's intelligence or wisdom.
All right. So, what are you doing?
I am casting a. Sorry. I'm casting right here. That works. There we go. In
Okay.
front of him, and I want him to see his master rise from the dead and start beating the shit out of him.
Start beating the shit out of him? Like,
Yeah.
make physical contact with them and everything?
Oh yeah.
But I'm
Yeah,
shoving the
that's-
corpse behind me like nothing to see over here.
That's what
The-
he's seeing. He's seeing
the-
an illusion of his master rising back out.
So the giant eel, as it is aggressively frothing the water, looks down and sees its myriad in front of it, taking strikes at it. So
Yes.
so it starts to back up, not wanting to be hurt by its master. It backs up 5 feet as a reaction.
The whole time the master's just saying, "I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed."
Right. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, it is the giant eel's turn. As the giant eel has dived below the water to avoid the wrath from its master, the waters start to settle, and then there is nothing. combat
Right.
ends.
What? Nice. I scared it.
Punk bitch ass eel.
All right. Good job, team.
Thanks, Arma.
Yeah. So, what can we tell about this area of the water that's dotted off? What makes it different?
I'm sorry, what?
The part of the water at the top right of the room with like the dotted line.
You know what? Let me look at that. I don't think it had anything that it specifically mentioned about that. Yeah, I see where you're talking about.
It's like it's probably like a shallow section of like rock that you can walk on. Probably.
I mean, to get to the door, that kind of makes sense.
All right, so you after the immense frothing and everything of the beast and everything, and he sinks back below the water, you notice that the water washing around the room is washing off of kind of a flat plane on the southeastern side of the room, and you notice that that there is a ledge that runs from the southern wall to a set of doors that leads east. And that above that ledge, the water is only 2 feet deep, but it counts as difficult terrain. So you notice that there is a small path to get you to the east door.
Well, we can't go south because that door's blocked. There are a couple of other options we've not explored in this hallway, or we could try to follow the eel.
I'd like to loot the fish lady.
Yeah, get that cloak of invisibility.
You would like to loot?
Yes, I would like to loot the fish lady.
Okay.
I don't know.
You loot the fish lady. There's nothing on the fish lady.
What happened to her cloak?
Probably an inherent ability.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna look it up.
Let's
No metagaming.
we should bury her. She was a honorable warrior.
You're out of your gourd, Armand.
Just shove her back into the
Silborn.
water.
I was like, just shove her in the water.
I need your magical shovel.
Burial at sea.
So,
Your magical shovel.
Yeah.
do you
Nimi,
think
help me chuck her back in the water.
Just kick her. Don't make big ceremony about this.
That's
We don't
fine.
need to.
Let me say a few words. She was an honorary. She was an honor to fight and kill. She
Armand,
managed to
know
make
she
me hurt
wasn't
myself
trying to actually-
once.
Armand, you know she wasn't trying to actually sleep with you, right?
Let's not dwell on such things.
do we want to say that this room is a good stopping point for the night?
Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, with the
Because it's almost 11:30.
and I don't have the day off tomorrow.
So we good?
Yeah.
All right.
We're all done.
When's the next game?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna stop the recording. Say bye bye, internet.
See ya.
What?